Hero, black light only and soda pop TV. Lighting up our ones to shouting about, bringing you the hottest news without a doubt. From internet trends to the games we adore, all the movie buzz is so much more.
And we are live on.
Why do I still get alerts when I literally put it on mute?
On your screen, from the news trailers to the meme that's me. Gotta keep it real, gotta keep it fresh. Light it up with the best, no contest. It's yes.
Nope, apparently I'm hero then. They call me hero. I might be your hero. Probably not. Maybe.
I didn't even warn the host that we were going live, but we were having such a great conversation about sweet potatoes and
We could tell. We kind of know what the
guns.
cue is.
yeah. I know you guys aren't stupid, but yeah. I changed the color of the runner on the top there, and instead
I like
of
that color.
It's a nice color. It's a burgundy or a deep scarlet
I'm
red.
Ron Burgundy.
Ron burgundy. I was asking Oni, because she's making a sweet potato in the oven right now. I asked her, it's like, do you like cinnamon butter or regular butter? And she had a really great answer. She was like, I would try another thing. What were the two things that you said you would try on a sweet potato, Black Light Oni?
Essentially, I would try pumpkin spice or a similar pumpkin spice blend, just because sweet potato casserole, sweet potato pie are very similar to pumpkin pie, both in texture and flavor. Although, as a whole, sweet potato has a little bit of more texture and is a bit sweeter just naturally. So you could do like a little bit of brown sugar, a little goes a long way, and pumpkin spice in there. I think would do really well because you got cinnamon, nutmeg,
That's the fat
cloves.
spice girl they don't know about.
So that I feel like that would be really good. Sweet potatoes, especially American sweet potatoes, I think don't get enough love outside of the South that I've seen.
When I was
But
on
it looks
diet,
like
I used
as time has progressed, more and more sweet potatoes are becoming more available. Whether it's at like, I know this is gonna be bougie, just saying, Whole Foods or your local Asian market. But yeah, I'm trying a Japanese sweet potato because I've never had one, and apparently they are a very different type of sweet potato. So
Can you show us what they look like when you bring them up, Oni? I'm curious. to see
Sure.
what they look- I don't.
I mean-
I've never seen the Japanese sweet potato before.
I mean,
so.
it kind of looks like to my knowledge, there's the Japanese sweet potato, and there's the Okinawan sweet potato, which has apparently a slightly different flavor and texture. They're really popular as kind of a street food where you just kind
Oh,
of
okay. Like a snack.
bake it
Yeah.
and you just eat it while you walk around.
Oh, interesting.
Which, I mean, can't really deny the genius of that. Starchy.
I need an excuse to eat a potato on a stick. I mean that.
Oh, they don't even just put it on a stick. It's literally
It's
just
like an
wrapped in
apple?
foil and they hand it to you from whatever.
That's
Oh
fucking
no.
Dang, rejected.
awesome. Wow, that's what you get for using the curse word. Then Oni just drops it.
She just drops the beat.
Revenge. Oosh, 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 oosh. Soda pop remove timeout.
Hey.
Oh, he called you bluff. He pulled a Putin on you. It's like, boom. All right, I release the sanctions.
So, Soda, answer me this. How did the negotiations go? Did you release a pointless basketball star, or did you release the veteran?
I would have went veteran. That bitch could have rotted in jail.
Yeah,
She still hates America.
that's a
like-
dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, she still complains about America.
Brittany
like,
Griner.
Yeah, she just got in trouble a couple days ago in an interview.
Well, of course
Isn't
she
she
did.
in? She's in France right now. Anyway, the Olympics are on there, so go USA, go Team USA, yay! So they did the opening ceremonies a few hours ago.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a parade down the river or whatever that is there,
The
and
River
it was
Seine.
raining. What's that?
The River Seine.
That's it. I think that's the same river that's near the Notre Dame cathedral. I'm not sure if it's the same one though. The same
Okay.
body of water.
I gotta say it.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me
There
on
there
it.
are multiple Notre Dame. It's just a
It's a good
name.
one.
You're talking about Notre Dame de Paris, the one that we think of when we think of Notre Dame with the
Yes.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yes.
I believe so, yes, because I'm pretty sure that's such a major river. They stuck the capital on the river, or they made the what would become the capital was on the river because commerce, travel, food, shit like that. Yeah. So probably goes through a lot of other major cities too. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I know that's why it was so hard when that
Hard.
the classic cathedral like went up like a matchbox. They couldn't get to it because it's surrounded by water. That's
Well,
why there was so much damage to it. And that's
I don't
where
think that had
the crown
anything
of
to do with
thorns
it.
were too.
I'm pretty sure what had everything to do with it was the fact that, for starters, it was so dry. So once it ignited, there's really not much you can do. And
Sounds like a nice
two,
girlfriend.
because it was also so sudden.
Right. So quick.
And then also because of where it's located, it is major metropolitan area.
Right.
So probably major congestion. And at the time of day, I don't know what the traffic would have looked like. So
I think we did a story on this a while back, and they actually used an Assassin's Creed game to rebuild it because they actually did a really accurate rebuild, and they actually took the 3D model from the game and they actually gave it to them so they could actually like rebuild the cathedral, which was a really cool thing to do.
I'm gonna tell you right
What I
now,
heard-
that was pretty freaking accurate, but the interior was definitely not.
It's
Probably
like, oh,
not.
the flying buttresses are not matching up for some reason, and I don't know why. It's like, because when you 3D model, guys, because that was my kind of like my minor. If it looks right, it is right. It doesn't necessarily, because we're not worried about building it from real life. So we just build it when it's like, okay, that looks okay, and we just build it. You know, that's how it works. Go ahead, Oni.
What I
How it
heard is that
works.
I don't recall it being confirmed.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe not. I read a bunch of stuff on that, but you might be right. So welcome to Leg It Out Live. I am Chief, and to my right is Blacklight Oni, and on the bottom left is Hero the IT guy, and to his right is Soda Pop.
Attention! The preceding content is intended for mature audiences. Opinions and views expressed on this live are not necessarily those of the Lagging Out community, Lagging Out Entertainment, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or any of its sponsors or advertisers. Viewer discretion is advised. If you're under 18, get bent and pound sand.
Yes, I meant to hit.
Okay, we entered that one in a while.
Do it a little bit different. And I've been drinking. I haven't done the espresso, but I bought a whole bunch of these on Amazon Prime Day. We don't get a free plug, but Celsius. 10 calories. Vitamin C, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B6, B12. Where's the caffeine? There's no fucking caffeine? What the fuck?
Oh, throw that shit away.
But
I am going to say something contradictory. I am not a fan of most of the Celsiuses.
me
Because
too.
you like
Just feel-
Fahrenheit?
Yeah,
right,
452.
right.
Look, I
agree.
measure in American units here. I
Which is
speak
called
freedom.
imperial for fucking reasons.
I have the wild berry. It's the only one I like. All the other flavors, I'm with you, dude. I don't like them either. But
Yeah,
that's the one I drink
yeah.
when I'm having a bad day at the gym and I'm like, I can't get my
Had a
fat ass
bad
on the
day
treadmill.
again.
There was two fat asses on my machines, and I'm like, oh, I'm on Wednesday. I'm on a rookie day. I forgot there's people here. Yeah. Chief, why don't you have the balls to say it out loud, Oni? What's up, Oni? Come on, come at me, bro.
Because I love to watch and wait. I like to ambush.
You like to let it fester a little bit. But it's perfect timing, though. However you do it, it's fucking great. That's why I love you. But yeah, I'll say I use C4 Celsius. has a chemical in there that's bad for you. Yeah, all that shit's bad for you. I'm not
Nothing
sure
is
if
good for us anymore.
You're Anytime Fitness, but here's like I won this at Anytime Fitness. I won this visor here. Looks like I could like deal cards now. But Tuesday or Thursdays I'm available next week, Penguin. If you want to do a workout day, let me know.
Oh no.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. I can't do Wednesdays. It's my busy day. But yeah, guys, how do you support us? Give us lots of money, right, Soda?
Give us some fucking money.
Give us some fucking money.
Exactly. Or if you don't have the money to do so, like everyone else, you can give us a shout out. You can share our stuff. You know, you can engage in the post. You can root for us, or tell a friend if you have any of those. I don't know what friends are. I don't have many of those anymore. That happened in 2016 for obvious reasons. And you can follow our stream page. And hopefully, let's hope that the Rumble is running.
It is.
I'm only off Sundays and Mondays. Of course you are. We'll figure something out. Because due to the bad, I'm not doing summer camp next week. So I have a little bit of opening so I can do more social media stuff next week.
And I just confirmed Rumble is live.
Yay!
Miracle.
I still don't know what the hell went on the last X number of weeks.
It's human error. Human error.
Some people call it a picnic error. Problem in
Yes.
share, not keyboard.
Yes. Not keyboard. Here's our cool QR code. You can scan that and check out all our social media. And we have big news with social media this week, don't we, guys? We're doing a little bit of a teaser. So we have a surprise. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be amazing. It's not gonna be like Butler, Pennsylvania, huge, but it's gonna be huge.
Pennsylvania!
Yes.
John Cena.
Okay, brother. Like I was in a live today. It's like, why? Like it's two black guys in there. It's like, why you call me brother? He goes, I call everybody brother. I go, Hulk Hogan calls everybody brother, and he's the whitest white dude ever. I went to the gym today for arms and back day, but ate spicy ramen before going, and yeah, I had to leave. Yeah, I hear you. I feel your pain there. The spicy ramen.
Oh,
Like I've been there. Yeah,
it's
I'm not
powdered
sure
spices.
If anybody
That's what
knows,
does it.
Oh yeah, like it was like I was having lava explosions last week from that ghost pepper wings. But yeah, that's I learned not to eat spicy food before going to the gym. I'll eat just like something small like a banana or like sausage links or something like that. Hero can eat the entire banana whole because he has no gag reflex. So
Wow. Sweet.
he also eats corn the long way as well. So
Awesome.
Someone clip that. Don't clip it. Don't clip it. I don't want to
Flip it and we'll put a banana or something that looks like a banana in the Coke bottle.
We'll put a lag.
It'll just be a shrunk down model of soda.
Whoa.
So you did arms and back. I'm wondering, did you do biceps and back, or did you do opposites? Did you do triceps and back? That's easy day for me.
So Penguin, in my experience, the wow. In my experience, it's the spices that come from powders or rubs that really actually immediately upset my stomach within minutes of eating it. But the liquid spices or liquid spicy foods or things that are coated in the sauce, not so much. And there it is.
Yep, just looks like a potato.
Oh,
sweet potato.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they're just they seem so. Of course, I show the one that got in the fucking oven for 375 degrees.
Looks like they're ball sack.
Kind of like they're kind of small.
Yeah, it looks like my left one.
Says my fist. So like American sweet potatoes or even yams usually are like giant tube things.
Tubers.
So, you know, kind of like other Japanese varieties of things, you know,
Have you
they're
seen my
small,
pet
but,
timbers?
you know, they're good. But also they're apparently supposed to have a slightly fluffy, cakey texture and apparently very sweet compared to other sweet potatoes. So
Oh, really?
we'll see. I've never had one.
We will take a look.
She will
They
be
also-
the judge of that.
Because like,
Rogue.
and this one, so there are a couple of varieties, like I said. I also touched the hot fucking pan for some reason. So if I look a little sad, it's because I touched the pan. That was where I touched the top of the oven for, you know, genius reasons. So something I'm noticing immediately, which I mean, obviously, if you've seen any photos, it's very blonde on the inside. So like, it's almost like looking at a yellow potato on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas like American sweet potatoes are very golden orange. Yeah, so does look fucking steam. And not the gaming company either. Well, potato. Potato. So this one does look kind of similar to a texture of, you know,
It
other
looks like a regular
American.
potato.
Yep, but it does kind of. Now I wonder if maybe I should have let it bake a little while longer. I mean, I also could just let it rest and, you know, not fucking burn my mouth. I'll probably do that. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll be smart. I can wait. I have other snacks. But
So
yeah,
try-
we shall go on a culinary journey together.
This is my tricep day shirt.
Nice.
And then on the back, walking billboard at the gym. So I totally want to go on chest and tricep day with Rogue Penguin, because if I go on any other day, I look like a fat ass. So
Sweet.
Looks like a really nice athletic material too.
yeah, it's I don't know if it's like a nylon or it breathes well.
Oh, it's
You know.
definitely synthetic.
Usually,
Those are
usually
shininess.
water wicking, I think, is what they call that.
Right. Yeah, probably. Penguin, if you want one, just give me your size and stuff, and I'll send you one. Or if you want the logo in the middle, I could probably mod it. I don't know, but if you want your logo in the middle or something, I can put lagging on, put your, like, let me know. Let me know, because you live like an hour and like 14 minutes away, and then I have to go to hour
Wow, he
and 14
knows
minutes away.
specifics.
Well, yeah, because it's almost the same distance to Dave's school, so that's how I know that specifically. But yeah, they have like I don't want to like drive there. I make sure I take a shower and come back. I'm not gonna go. You don't have to promote us if you don't want to, but I'm just saying. We love you to death.
I think she is saying she wants to.
Oh, I love that about her. She's a pretty fucking awesome person. So, except the fact that she likes the Patriots, but other than that, she's good.
Very non-specific question.
Yeah. What game is this from? Does anybody know?
This would be Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's easy. Week, who did this one?
No,
Yes.
that depends on what you're talking about, because there are several different versions of canon.
So, according to canon, what were the brothers prior to their transformation? This is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles question. Were they human children, baby turtles, or the sons of Hamato Yoshi? Now, I know the one that from the TV show is definitely one answer. So, Penguin, is it not Penguin? Badger, is this from the TV show or the pulp comic?
Yeah, and you'd have to specify which TV show.
The OG one, the good one.
So the 90s.
Yes, ma'am. So I know there's a little bit of delay in the chat. So comics. Okay,
Comics.
so it's from the pulp comic. So I'm not sure if that is the right answer, because I know the right answer for the 90s show. I must tell you, Oni, like the newer iterations of Turtles, I like the fact that they don't all look the same.
No, definitely.
They break them apart a little bit, which I didn't think I was gonna like, but I do like it.
Actually, yeah. So about that, you kind of, I think it's a little bit like if you were to, in English, if you were to catalog that change, I would say it started kind of with the 2003 TV show.
Okay.
Where Raph is a bit bigger. Mikey is ever so slightly little small. Raph is also like a darker green.
Okay.
Mikey's a little more drab.
Racist.
Donnie's a little more like olive tinted, and Leo's
Mhm.
kind of just, bright flush green.
Yeah.
But they're still very, very similar. And then when they did the 2012 show is when they took more creative liberties where they really accentuated the differences, whether it was Raph had a chip in his plastron, which is the stomach portion of the shell. Mikey has freckles and is a really bright green. Donnie has like a chipped tooth and is definitely taller and slimmer. And
yeah,
Leo,
like the dorky one. Yeah.
Leo has more angled eyes and just softer features.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show, they made them entirely different species. So Mikey was a painted box turtle. Donnie was a soft shell turtle, which is why he had his shell pack was part of it is armor, because soft shell turtles are kind of squishy. Leo was a red-eared slider, and Raph was an American alligator snapping turtle.
Of course. Was Crush in there? Did he make a cameo? That'd be awesome.
Because of that
That's
storyline.
That's a different genre, different universe.
Well,
I think I was referring to Crush from Finding Nemo. Sorry.
You're talking about his pet turtle. That one did not appear, to my knowledge, in Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because it was a different origin story of them. Where
are they still in New York?
Yes, they are still in New York. And I actually really liked some of the changes that they made in that show as well, because some of it took a little getting used to. They changed the order of the turtles. It's not the first time the order has been changed, but this was really drastic, where they made Raph the eldest.
Oh.
Donnie and Leo were twins, and then Mikey was the youngest. Sometimes usually people see it as Leo, Raph, Donnie, Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it, though, has been said it was actually Leo, Donnie, Raph, Mikey. But I agree where it would make more sense for Raph to be the second oldest, just because you've got that sibling rivalry and that fierce protector spirit. Whereas you've got Donnie also being, a middle child trying to placate everybody. So they made Karai an ancestor in the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In the original series, Karai is actually Hamato Yoshi's daughter. But in Rise, it's actually like his ancestor. And it's actually really sweet how they did it. They kind of made Splinter a bit of a joke for a while, but it was if you stuck with the show long enough, you saw it was because it was how he coped with him running from his problems. And
I know people like that.
So all of them grow up a bit,
all do.
And Splinter kind of realizes you can't escape your responsibilities. I don't want to say destiny because I don't like that ideology.
This is your destiny.
Well, because what had happened was for them, he became an actor because he rejected the idea of the Shredder coming back. And his mother was the last leader of the clan who died fighting the Shredder. So he just left. Went to go chase fame and stardom. And then he got transformed into a rat and found 4 little baby turtles and was like,
lunch. I mean, sorry.
You're mine now. I will now protect you. A lot of those actors and actresses have come back repeatedly. So
nice.
Yeah, I do feel bad for the team though. They got shafted. They were originally supposed to have multiple seasons and then a movie. Instead, they were in the middle of doing season 2. Yeah, you're gonna do a movie next, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't just spring that on them. So, hey, that's animation for you, and it was Nickelodeon, so that explains a lot.
Nick. And we have a story about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming up, as you can see in the crawler. So you guys we'll be talking about that in a little bit. But A, B, or C, this is according to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the comic, not the show. So the first topic is, and here is Lagging Out called it. We called it, yes. We totally fucking called it. Well, to an extent. I think we had a debate on it. But
I don't ever think it was ever in disagreement.
Yeah, I said on certain things, but not everything. But AI is taking over the games industry, and only the devs are surprised. So yeah, like if there's a way to save money and destroy people's lives, leave it to AAA titles to actually do that and find a way to make people all poor again and go live in Belize. Which is my new goal. I'm moving to Belize, bringing all my shit there, and then I would live on $50 a month. I'm great with that.
I mean, remember the poorest American is still richer than 1% of the world's population. So.
That is true. That is very true.
It's crazy. And yet here we are struggling across the board.
Exactly.
Someone's got to pay for other people's wars and shit. Come on. So if not us, who? You know? So, yeah, in specifics, I kind of had to cut out early because I had to teach a class on Wednesday on the production meeting, but I did catch a little bit of this. But some of the context, I'm just going to guess, and then you can tell me if I'm wrong, Oni and Hero, which I'm probably wrong about 90% of the time lately with everything I do in my life. So
more like 88. You're good.
See, I was even wrong about the percentage. Fuck you, Soda. That should be my new sound drop. Fuck you, Soda. Fuck you,
right?
Soda.
Yeah, that would be.
And then
it don't even have to be related. You could be disagreeing with me, and then just hit the button. Fuck you, Soda.
Right, and then he said, and then his should be fuck off. That would be the two, because that's the context of our conversations when it's not when it's on the live. But does anyone want to expand upon this? Hey, Sleepy Crow, welcome to the Insanity. We're talking about, I'm sure that's one of probably Hero's friends, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah. I hope you're having a great night, sir, madam, or whomever, whatever your gender designation is. I love the fact that Oni can spell salutations and I can't even spell it correctly, and she can do it without even thinking. The worst.
Well, it's because once you memorize spelling it, you don't really need to sound it out. Also, it's one of the phonetic words, so.
Yeah, like tomorrow, I used to like write back and forth with my first girlfriend. I'll see you tomorrow. Like now I know how to spell tomorrow without even thinking. It's kind of like one of those things that you're relating to. But do we know what specifics this is talking about? Does anybody know the specifics of it?
I have one from Xbox Achievements if you'd like.
Yes, please expand.
Xbox. So some reports are saying AI taking over the gaming industry is going to be, a thing that happens over time to like 2026. According to them, it's fucking happening now.
Right.
And I'm just putting this out there. No fucking shit. Like no one who watches video games as an industry is surprised by this news. So you can't fucking lie to me about that. Oh no, here we go. This is a quote from the actual thing. So I'll actually go back to Wired because they're referencing a Wired article, which it is a link. Thank you, website. Whoa, what the fuck?
It's the play-by-play with Oni tonight. Navigating her browser.
Basically, part of it is they're using, according to emails that were from internal sources. I don't know if that's legal, but they were anonymous, so it's probably safe-ish, kind of. There's enough wiggle room to say allegedly.
Give us some fucking money.
That's right.
AI generative tools like Midjourney and other systems like that are being used for concept art.
Ugh.
Concept art, stories, you need.
Ooh.
There's like
Yeah,
a fucking
so-
style. If anyone sees the AI, Oni, like there is a definite style when people are using AI, and everyone.
That
sees it.
depends. I've seen
Gazoo.
art and they focus it on like
That's
anime
right.
style. So, yeah, part of me goes, well, yeah, no shit. I mean, look at games that are sent out year over year, like Call of Duty or, well, what Call of Duty used to do every year. Sports related games,
Right.
you know, mobile games that are super simple, nothing too complex. But apparently, a one-time environment artist at Blizzard, Lucas Annunziata, said, quote, "What a fucked up day. Half the environment art team cut from Overwatch 2. Folks I helped hire and train."
That was my
So
first job, environment artist.
basically, they're firing 2D artists because they're basically wanting their concept artists to just learn how to use AI. So basically, you're just becoming an AI babysitter,
Yeah.
which is incredibly dangerous. Yes.
Yeah, to expand upon that, Oni, those jobs that you're talking about, that makes a lot of sense because they expand and contrast. Meaning your concept artists, this is a big jump between the 2D artist and the 3D artist. Usually the 3D artist actually expands upon what they're doing. So if you have a modeler, you're going to have a texture artist and a modeler depending on where you are. So this is a big jump though. I don't think the chat realizes how big a jump is. 2D art is from 3D modeling. It's a completely different skill set. It's not like, oh, I'm modeling something and I can see it and it's in the same program and I can just paint it out. No, this is like somebody being a plumber and then training them to be an electrician. They're both skill sets, but they're completely different. They're pretty different in the infrastructure as far as the infrastructure of a first world country is. So, but yeah, please expand upon that. I just want to add a little bit of context to what you were saying. My video game knowledge.
So they're doing that, which I mean,
So
it's like, wow, thanks for utterly destroying the job opportunities. Good job. I don't, as a rule, as a tool, I don't think AI is evil. Okay, I know I bitch and complain about it all the time. I don't think it's evil. It's a tool like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's like saying, in theory, if this were, not a butter knife, a knife is a weapon. Doesn't mean I'm gonna commit horrible, horrific crimes with it. Could just mean I just want to cut open a fucking potato. Okay.
Right. And maybe my heart later off when we're done.
Oh please, I'd use a spork. I have class.
So you do want me. So just want to establish it. She does want me killed. Just moving on.
I could technically carve out part of you without you dying. It just might not be for very long.
Right.
Watch too much Hannibal Lecter.
Well, no, he ate
some
people.
Yeah, but he had the guy so jacked up on morphine, he cut his top of his skull off and was eating his brain while he was still talking.
But again, I'm not gonna eat him. Also, that's where the prions are. That's like the worst thing to eat. Well,
yeah, it's all cholesterol, your brain.
I'm sure Hannibal cared about that cholesterol.
AI in and of itself is not bad. It's that using it as a way to make concept art, I think, is incredibly dangerous because it's not actually creating anything. It's generating something. You're plugging and chugging. And then some people treat the concept art as if that's the final product. They get so absorbed in what the concept art is, they don't think about making it polished. So according to a survey of 300 CEOs, executives, and managers, nearly 90% of video game companies had already implemented generative AI programs, according to the consulting firm CVL Economics.
Time to pass a law.
So it's not one of those, oh, we're talking about it. No, it's been happening. And it does sort of explain so many gaming layoffs.
Shut up, Kazoo.
Well, Kazoo, here's the thing. Who's making the AI? And the thing is that the concept
Virgins.
art AI can only go so far because one, you've got programs that poison it all the time. Two, it doesn't you can't necessarily control what goes in the generator in terms of where it's going to parse its information and data from, which has caused legal issues before, and you cannot copyright art that is made by AI. So to flat out say that an entire group of people should be fired because it saves money, that I think is a bit too far because, well, yeah, but that's the thing, is that you're then basically making AI an artist, but it's not an artist. It's not actually creating anything. It's generating something, whatever you put into it. So you're going to be tied to the limitations of whatever that program is, instead of the organic formulation of concepts from a human being, which I think will make people lazy and will. I've heard talks about it with certain companies.
We are already lazy. Our brains, we were able to memorize phone numbers as kids, and now I can't remember my own fucking phone number because of computers.
979297247.
6541458. Don't sit home and masturbate.
But saying that you're going to just make your concept artists AI babysitters,
be right back,
basically defeats the purpose of one, having a concept artist, because now you're basically saying the AI is the concept artist. And it doesn't mean it's going to be better.
I like where this is going.
You're still having to plug and chug things. And I am willing to bet they're going to stop doing so many checks within those programs, or I don't know how to feel about that. That's weird.
I was seeing some jobs that were it said AI artist or AI prompt artist and that sort of thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, Wizards of the Coast has been hiring for those positions for months now, as far as I'm concerned. So all these reports or gaming companies saying that they want artists. I don't think they want artists anymore. Most of these companies are being run by people who strictly look at numbers. There's nothing wrong with looking at the numbers, but you've got to have people who understand it's not just a numbers game. That there has to be a level of respect for the art form, or you should not be in the video game industry. Just look at Larian Studios. They understand, it seems, the balance between making sure you can make the budget, making sure you can pay the bills, making sure you can pay everybody, while also making a great product. To the point where instead of firing people, they set up a new studio. So they're clearly doing something right. So the idea that AI is coming for our jobs is like, no, it's already here. There are certain places where it's a little more safe, but they were telling people to learn to code. This is not I don't think this is what they meant, but this is what they're going to get. And I think the video game companies who are implementing AI will learn very, very quickly. This is not going to make them any money. This is going to crush them. And they'll probably find a lot of video game companies are going to unionize. So look forward to that. And don't think you can get away with retribution for long, because that's a crime too. If they want to unionize, they have the right to unionize. So good luck dealing with the fallout of that.
Soda?
I'm in between on this one. If you'd asked me 2 years ago, I'd have said fuck AI, but AI is becoming, I guess, more accepted. I mean, I've seen AI. What's the word? I'll plug something to AI and like, what do you think about this? And it'll tell me shit that I wouldn't even see from a graphic design standpoint. So as far as using it in the games, I think that's it's just
Too late, it
inevitable.
already exists.
It does.
Oh, we
It
have AI
does.
porn. Oh yeah, I already made that. Go to aisodaporn.com. Anyway, go back to yeah, I think AI is going to take over storytelling. It'll take over fully everything in probably 5 years. I think me and Chief will be out of a job teaching because it can teach now.
Shut
It
the
can
fuck
grade.
up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying that it's scary. Like the more you use it and the more you see it do things, it's getting scarier and scarier because what the new chat was it GPT 4.0 or 4.0, whatever you want to say, is like 16 times smarter than Albert Einstein. So, I mean, how are we going to beat that as humans? Just saying, and the more it learns, the better it's going to be. So yeah, I see this happening. And it might be a good thing, and it might be a bad thing. I know Kazoo said AI inputters as a joke, but that's probably what everybody's going to
That's
fucking
basically what it is now.
I mean, we're all that way anyway. It takes everything we do. If it's on the internet, it's pumping it through its fucking AI brain and saying, oh, this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, and then it'll come up with
But
the best,
there's limitations. I'll get into that when
I
you're done,
don't
though.
know. That's the problem. They had the creators. I don't know if it was Chat
I think it
GPT
can only.
was on the Joe Rogan show, and they were like saying crazy shit about, because we keep asking it the same question, like I think they were using a rabbit, make a rabbit more what were they doing? Like more cheerful, I think it was. They're like, no, make it more cheerful, make it more and pretty soon it became like a all fucking great being in outer space that people have seen and basically when they're tripping on acid.
That's not supposed to be Hamas. It's supposed to be humans.
Wow, dude.
Well, hummus. That's hummus.
That's why we don't type.
Yeah. So I have a question for you. So if you're saying that's going to take over teaching, so what is AI teaching humans, and what are they teaching the humans? The stuff that AI already knows. So there'll be no room for institutions anymore. Everyone will be just like drones collecting money.
Well,
like
if you look at our industry, I don't know if any of your professors ever told you, but I'll never forget mine. And this was what would go to school 15 years ago when we were getting our masters. He said
20.
Everything's been done before. So what do we have to teach ourselves if everything's been done before? You know what I mean? Like, especially in our fields, what are we going to reinvent? You've seen so many things being rehashed. Like, I mean, everything's like you said, it's been done. It's just how we do it. So you tell AI, hey, just respin on this idea, and boom, you get a whole. It'll tell you, So
right.
It's scary. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it's almost. Well, I can tell you, it's smarter than me. Even when I ask it stuff about grids and graphic design, it's like, what? I didn't even see that. Like it's fucking scary, honestly. But Kara, what were you gonna say about it?
So, the dangers of AI. AI can be taught. The AI can be taught bias.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I know where you're going with this.
Every fucking time. Every
ChatGPT,
fucking time.
ChatGPT outright was asked several questions politically related.
Mm-hmm.
And every time, without fail, it was asked this was within the last several months. Every time, without fail, when ChatGPT was asked to produce an article about the Democratic favorites, it was nothing but positive drivel. Like, it was disgustingly worshiping the Democratic side. And when asked to write an article about Republicans and some of their favorites, it was outright biased and negative every time.
Wow.
And then during the same conversation, when told directly, you are giving biased information that is untrue, it would at first reject that notion. And then when told again, it would then amend the article and it would only be slightly better until finally it ended with, I'm sorry, it is not my intention to be biased. I will make note of this, or something stupid like that.
But it still goes back to all the bullshit on social media. It's pulling all that information to create it. It doesn't know what's right or wrong. And that's
Now,
our mistakes as fucking human beings, because humans are fucking retarded. Stupid.
No, they're retarded too. Go ahead.
But I will say my experience with AI. I have actually used Chat GPT, believe it or not, on the job. Not because I was directed to, but because somebody had suggested that I attempt to use it while I was engineering something. And I had mixed results. It wasn't perfect by any means. The thing is for one, I can't actually input information about the computer environment that I work in.
Right.
It's first and foremost, it is a air-gapped network. So it does not, my network does not directly talk to the internet.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's by our best.
I cannot put any specifics of information into Chat GPT and then spin out the exact results that I would want. In theory, it is possible, but no. Just no.
But just think in a couple of years, something happens, all that information gets out, and it's going to be, in Chat GPT or whatever the next great AI is going to be. So there's definitely going to always be mixed feelings, but I'm still at the part we got to embrace it, because it's going to take us over. It's literally going to take us over as human beings.
But what I foresee,
Star Trek.
What I foresee just based off of my personal experience with using it is, again, like I said, I had mixed results.
Have you tried the new
answers,
one, 4.0?
No, it was around the same. It was around the same time that 4.0 was just starting, but so I don't think it was live at that time. But
that's crazy.
The results, like I said, mixed. But what I found was general information that helped me direct my research better. And when I refined my Chat GPT inputs, I could directly, because I did a comparison with my search results and my Chat GPT results, and about 80 to 90% of the time, the information that I was looking for came up in the very first set of search results.
If you Google anything now, it's usually it's AI answering you now. Literally fucking AI answers you in Google. Like,
yeah. I mean,
and if any of you guys don't know, South Park did a whole fucking episode that was written with AI. Like,
oh yeah.
It's like, it's crazy.
It wasn't South Park. It was somebody that did it. They did it in the style of South Park. So
South Park did one too. Pretty sure.
Okay. Because it was wild. But what I foresee happening is more of a using it as a companion as you do your research or as you gather ideas. What I see is Chief, I think they're called the in-between workers.
In-betweeners?
Yes, I think they're called in-betweeners in relation to
animation. 2D, yeah, the 2D part, yeah.
I see that being like the in-betweeners being automated by AI.
Well, it's not. Depending, there is two types of animation. There is traditional 2D where you're drawing on paper, where you need the in-betweeners, which is not really done anymore. It's all digital, doing two different programs called Toon Boom and Adobe Animate. I actually teach one of those. And there is a program called tweening. So what you do is you can actually create your object, your character, either two different ways, and you put one key pose here. Say, like a key pose is a bookmark in time. That's how I describe it. So a quick little lesson. If I'm waving like this, and I have my hand right here on frame 1, and then have it here on frame 30, it will, and I put tween, and I select frame 1 and frame 30, it will do this for me. So it's called tweening. It's already being done. So it's already being done with, like, if you're using a specific style. Now, if you're hand drawing it, it's going to be a little bit trickier, and you'll have to manipulate curves and stuff like that. So I guess they can implement generative animation in there as an assistant to do in-betweening, but you're still going to need someone in there to animate the curves like you would in 3D software. So it's going to relate to more 3D software than it's going to be 2D, but I do understand your point, how they can kind of implement it into those programs, because everything, even the 2D art, is done doing digitally now. I'm sorry for the long answer, but yeah.
No, you're fine. But that's just one example that I remember somebody talking about. It doesn't necessarily mean that would apply directly, but
yeah.
I'm glad you understood exactly what I was talking about.
I understood exactly what you were saying. Yes,
I definitely didn't, because I'm not an animation expert.
Well,
like
I
you.
hope I didn't. I try not to explain it over people's heads. I try to simplify it, especially if you don't like you would say, like, explain it for the normies. But I remember, I teach kids that are 8, 9, 10 years old, and they don't know that those terms, in betweens and that sort of thing. So in that aspect, you're not going to know that. Like, I'm not going to know a lot of the 25 certifications, and you'll explain it to me like a normie. I wouldn't know what you know. Oni has superpowers as well, and so does Soda. Soda makes fun of my graphic design, and like, you're not using grids this time, you idiot. Why don't you do that? So, I mean, everyone has their own superpowers. That's what makes our podcast so awesome, is that everyone has those skills, and we can actually implement all that, so that way our audience understands everything. It's actually better than most podcasts, because we can actually explain it in a way. Oh, I don't know that. Oh, Soda knows that. I was like, oh, Soda knows. Like, Oni knows more about that. Like, grab her for that. That's why we're really well balanced. And I'm very disappointed that there's not 1,000 people in the chat, but we'd love to 8 people in there right now.
I seen that, Gazoo. I actually saw that coming.
But I will
go make another song, Gazoo, huh? Come on now.
Soda's balls. That's the next one.
Oh no.
Oh,
it's
Lord.
It's gonna be on iTunes. I smell an iTunes hit.
Hell
yeah. But what
you.
I guess I'm getting at is, in what I have experienced personally, is this is a great tool, as Oni said. Will it cost jobs?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it has.
Absolutely. I absolutely
create
believe
jobs?
Yes.
It already is. But it's
are they green jobs? Just kidding.
It is the march of technology. You cannot defeat the march of technology. Candle makers, horse carriage producers. This is all shit that we've seen in the past.
Oh, of course.
And it's honestly inevitable. But Oni,
hopefully I'll be dead by then.
Finish your thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I do 100% believe that the innovation itself is going to be used as an assist. There will be obviously AI prompters, and there will be many cases where it's going to go too far, and it's going to not end well. And then somebody will learn.
Here, we talk about games all the time, right? What if AI makes a better game than AAA title? Would you still play it? I would.
With all due respect, is that really the bar we're setting here?
Sadly, yes. I mean,
the
like
bar
I said,
has already been set and beaten by indie developers.
I was gonna say, how many AAA games have all of us agreed that has been good over, even since we started, 3 years ago when I started. There's a Yeah, I mean, there's a very small
Yeah,
Baldur's Gate, stuff like that, but still, most of these people are just, they're bad. If AI can fix the bad, let
Well,
it fucking,
what I am saying is the problem in AI is that it does not create new. It uses what it has seen. And the hunger and desire in entertainment as a whole right now is for new, inventive, and creativity. The drive that's going to keep artists in their in existence, the drive that's going to keep creativity in existence is honestly creativity itself. It's going to the AI is going to drive people that are working in these spaces to either get better or get off the horse.
yeah, I guess you could look at it that way, but
Get gooder, would you say?
Get good, bitch.
Right.
Or as
I
some
mean,
other people, the argument of yesteryear, or however you want to say it, is
Back in my day,
learn
I
to
used
code.
crow quill pens
I mean,
and
I
rubber
still,
hose animation.
this is one of the topics every time we bring up, we could probably literally talk all fucking night about this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm gonna set it down there. I've kind of said my point. I think
Twice.
it's going to be used. I think it is going to be used
Yeah.
as a tool.
I
I
mean,
don't think it's going to take over for long.
I joke
The
about
people
this.
will go too far.
I joke about this all the time. I know sometimes Hero, you and Oni aren't always Discord, but Chiefs heard me say it all the time. I'm like, I'm waiting for the day you can walk by your NPC and you're like, hey, fuck you, and it's like, no, fuck you, they're like, fuck you, you just have a conversation with it,
Like head fake it.
yeah, it's just like, the fuck is your problem, what the fuck, it's just, like, to me, that'd be funny and fun if every NPC literally talked to you, and they're doing it already in Skyrim, I think. People are going in and modding with full AI. It's
I mean,
scary.
we did
Like,
a month ago. We talked about like
Yeah.
entire conversations generated through AI.
Yeah, and the more it grows, the better that's going to get, and I think that would be fun, in my opinion. But
The
maybe-
concept of the dead internet. So you have like automated stuff talking to each other all the time. I'm not sure if you got. I don't know if we've actually spoke about it or I read it somewhere, but they're talking about sections of the internet. It's like dead internet. It's like
Dead internet theory.
the dead like chat just talking to each other
You
at
know?
that
Yeah.
point, and it's just like in like automating stuff. I'm like, oh my god. And like I say Star Trek, but I don't think you guys understand what I mean by Star Trek. I don't mean like Star Trek like the whole society is socialist. So everything is automated for everybody. So they're just sitting there just like existing, and the government's actually giving them credits to actually work because no one has any real skills except if it's like you're in the Starfleet Academy or something like that.
Right.
So it's all like Saudi Arabia, meaning that Saudi Arabia subsidizes all their citizens with oil money, so they literally don't have to work.
Right.
That's probably what's going to happen here. And I say this, and like Hero's gonna be like, "You're a fucking socialist piece of shit." But if we actually did that here, and like, because we have enough oil to actually, like, if you pardon the pun, flood the market, and then give everybody a stipend for that before mentioned oil, we literally never have to work. Alaska actually
Well, they
fucking
could do
does
that on just about anything when you think
They do
about
that
it.
in
The state of Alaska
they do that
already
in like
does it.
Qatar and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Everybody
fucking
Saying in
crazy.
America.
Wait,
I
does
just
it?
wanted a little. I just want an allowance, so that way I can buy an expensive computer.
And they could do that, but
that's fine.
then they'd have no control over you. So
Well, I mean just like not like something that I'd be able to live off of, something I could throw into an investment and create, and create like more wealth with it. So, but yeah, like there are some pros and cons to that, obviously. But I was like, that wouldn't be a bad idea for like
Yes, it would.
struggling socialist states like California that have a 250,000 homeless people, 250,000 homeless people in there that they're clearing out now. Go ahead, Oni.
Sorry, something I wanted to tack on that
No, go for it.
It was in the chat, and it was said by Hero with like older jobs that no longer exist or are super rare.
Mm-hmm.
Things is that trades rarely ever fully die out. They adapt and they change, but they don't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily mean it just goes away.
Right.
He was specifically mentioning blacksmiths as horseshoers. But the thing is that a blacksmith
Gazoo,
today
yes.
looks very different than it did 200 years ago, but it's still a blacksmith. There are
Mhm.
farriers who are still out there, and especially in rural country areas, you will want a farrier. But you've now got metal workers as a general whole, not just blacksmithers, but metal workers in giant foundries, in giant forges with newer technologies who also can weld in the craziest of places, some of which is because OSHA was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Sorry, sorry, Soda, you can't be a wet nurse anymore.
God damn it.
Horse carriage
He's a
makers.
wet
Well,
something.
What noodle?
basically, you're telling me that there's someone who can assemble,
Not
who
in your
can
pants.
weld,
Exactly.
and
Fair talk.
do woodworking and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's basically, you could apply that to a lot of different jobs. That could be carpentry, which is still an incredibly important job right now. You could apply that to general assembly. You could apply that to engineering. So these jobs don't just disappear. I think what it seems like right now is a lot of these companies don't know what they're doing. They're like, we can cut costs because we've been fucking up the market for so long. Holy shit. What they need to do is they need to use it as a tool instead of, that means we can fire all these people. No, you just fired a whole fucking department. Now, you dumbass, you don't even understand the tool you're trying to implement. That's like saying, I'm gonna buy a KitchenAid stand mixer, even though I've never used a stand mixer before. Now, one, yes, I have, and two, then why'd you fucking buy it? It's just gonna look pretty on your counter, and that bitch is gonna be like $900 at least. So there's no point in buying an expensive tool if you don't know what you're doing. So I feel like this is about to slap them in the face with, oh shit, we don't know how to use this tool. And it's about to get expensive again because they're going to have to rehire people. Because if they used it to fill in the gaps where they needed it, that would be fine. But when you've got current lawsuits going on because voice actors are finding out that some of their voices are being used in products that they never signed a contract for. The fact that you've got copyright ineligibility for work, the fact that you have AI that draws from copyrighted material, which is what we call illegal, shit like that. I think they're about to step in a mess they don't really understand. So I have a feeling a lot of shit's about to change next year or within the next year. So I wouldn't put too much stock in it in terms of fear or worry, especially if you follow companies who actually value what they do and value the people for what they do. I guess we'll see. We'll have another give me a second. I'm having a brain fart. It's not Paul Bunyan.
The railroad guy.
Yes, this old hammer.
Soul Calibur.
No.
I need to figure it out because I'm gonna get John Henry.
John Henry, okay.
We're about to have a John Henry moment because steam engine did kind of go mostly away, but we do still use trains predominantly to carry shit from coast to coast. Still, it is still superior to the truck, but it's the human spirit that makes shit magical, that makes it go. So I think we're about to have another moment of John Henry. And yeah, if you've never heard the story of John Henry, Google it. It is fucking awesome.
There's actually animations about it too.
Oh, and
I've seen a live action about it. It was good.
Cool.
Did Disney do it, Oni? I don't know. I don't remember who did it. Was it Warner Brothers?
I don't know.
Disney?
I don't know about the animation, but I
It's on
remember
Netflix.
the live action that I saw. It was the guy from the Green Mile.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
no, I love
He passed
him.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a second.
Who starred in The Green Mile?
Oh shit, give me a second.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, there was
Big giant of a man.
Oh, he
Really
was an
cool fucking dude.
outstanding kingpin. Out
He
fucking
was.
standing.
He was.
Even if that movie was campy
Horrible.
as fuck,
Yeah.
he made a fantastic, absolutely excellent kingpin. And oh, he really made that. Oh, what the fuck? 2020, Terry Crews played a modern day adaptation of the character in John Henry.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Very, very, very different version, but
Terry Crews, come on our show. Terry Crews, come on our
so
show.
it's a little different. There was one that
Everybody
had
message Terry Crews.
Dwayne Johnson once.
Who's that?
Finally,
So
Rock has
animation,
come back.
there was
From
one
China.
by Walt Disney.
Finally, buying up your land.
There was one in the 70s by Paramount.
Mm.
I think the one we're talking about is the one from, yeah, the one I'm thinking of is the Walt Disney one, which came out October 30th, 2000.
Well, that's soon. I thought it was old now.
I mean it. Correct me if I'm
Wow.
wrong, but this is.
No, you're probably right.
I'm gonna share it in the Twitch chat so everyone can see it.
Okay.
Oh, probably play. Oh fuck! What the hell is that? Cancel. Oh, it's clicked the wrong fucking button, dumbass.
Adultfriendfinder.com.
I feel like she clicked the wrong link and almost made a mistake.
Right. You are watching Lagging Out Live. We're talking about AI, which seems like for an hour.
We were.
Oh, Great Kazoo! It's because that is a very American story.
It is.
That is an American folktale. With apparently.
You uncultured heathens in Canada.
If I remember correctly, it is a historical story that's kind of like Paul Bunyan, where the story just grew out of control and gained a fantasy all of its own.
Yes,
I was thinking
it's a story about basically a competition between a steam engine that would build railways versus humans swinging a sledge, and apparently he barely lost.
No, he fucking won. He won.
As the story that I heard was told, he barely lost and then died shortly after from overexertion.
Wow.
An African American freedman. This is by Wikipedia. Okay, so grain of salt. An African American freedman. By the way, I say that not because I distrust Wikipedia, but because every time growing up, they were like, Wikipedia is not a reliable source. Wikipedia is not a reliable source.
Mm-hmm.
It's a conglomeration of sources. I'm fairly certain this one's held true, okay?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
An African-American freedman, he is said to have worked as a, quote, steel-driving man, a man tasked with hammering a steel drill into a rock to make holes for explosives to blast the rock and constructing a railroad tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
So the actual John Henry was born in 1848 in New Jersey. Died of scoliosis.
Soda knew him.
Yep.
But there are variations on which tunnel it was. So
you can die of scoliosis?
Well, I'm thinking about scoliosis.
If untreated,
it gets worse. It doesn't just like bend your back funny. It's a degenerative thing, so it makes it worse and worse. And
fantastic, I have it.
And you have to. A lot of people have it actually. It's
my mom's got it.
Not
her spine goes like this.
Yes, and the thing is you have to be careful with it. And let's remember, one, your spine is not supposed to bend sideways like that. Mostly, one, because we walk upright, and partly because you also have the spinal column, and once that gets damaged, shit gets really bad. And given that he was, a steel driving man, that kind of, a lot of stress on the back already. So
High impact messes with bones.
Yeah, and especially if he's a freedman, who knows what
Like
his
on the Boondocks?
his
Catcher
Terrible.
Friedman.
um
You know the story of Catcher Friedman? It's based on John Henry. It's a parody that they do.
I don't, because I didn't watch the Boondocks very much.
Oh, it's if you get a chance, watch that episode about Catcher Friedman. It's a parody of John Henry. There, it's pretty fucked up, but it's okay because black people wrote it, so it's funny.
So we don't really know for sure, but in what's mostly seen as the popular story, which I'm sure was probably propaganda as well, he was victorious. But yeah, it's a very American story, so it's really cool. Definitely, I feel like it's not taught as often anymore because I remember I heard about it growing up, and then no one talked about the classic American tales or like what they could have meant. It was just, these are some classic
Because
American
they're all
folk
considered racist now.
Right.
tales. He was a freedman. He is literally a freedman.
Look, I don't
Like,
make the rules. The media
So, like,
makes the
and-
rules.
and also, Paul Bunyan technically wasn't just American, because really it was like logging country, which kind of went up into Canada. He had a blue bull,
Blue balls.
and he was a giant. So like, that's a little fantastical. Meanwhile, John
That's why
Henry
he named
really
his
lived.
ox blue.
So, anyways,
Is it balls?
Mm-hmm.
no,
Oh, okay.
because fantasy.
Oh,
They
well.
just wanted a blue bull. So,
Balls.
Yeah, he
not
banged all
helping,
the married
Soda.
wives because he was called a bull. Anyway, look, check us out on TikTok, lagging_out. We went from AI to Paul Bunyan to John Henry to
blue balls.
to blue balls. So fantastic. Good job, guys.
Sounds normal.
It's a typical live.
This is that meme where the lady looks into the back seat of the car and screams at the boy, "Why can't you be normal?" Meanwhile, Soda's going,
that's from the Babadook.
yes, I saw that movie. It was a very unique indie film that I didn't hate. Very campy, though.
Right. Speaking of movies, bye-bye Super Mario movie. I'm not sorry, hero. Love Chieftain.
Wow.
We have a new king of animated films.
Whoa.
Inside Out 2. Bye. Instead of bye Felicia. Bye Felicia. Bye Elsa.
Hi, Felicia.
And Ice Queen. I knew a few of those in my lifetime, but I digress.
Yeah.
Yeah. My 20s were full of Ice Queens. And ones that took my money.
Give us some fucking money.
No.
It's what we
Because
get for
life
being
ain't
taught
free.
that. It's what we get for being taught that we do everything for somebody that we think we love.
Right, but we're just paying for something else. Especially when we're in our 20s. But yeah,
Right.
Inside Out 2, which is actually a good film from Disney.
Apparently.
They needed a dub, and this is the dub.
Everyone here has seen it.
I have not seen it, but I
Me
haven't
either.
seen the first one. You know what the funny thing, Soda, is? I used this in my design technologies class my design technologies class to teach framing and composition.
Yeah.
I use this as how they use the bright colors in the foreground to give you attention and composition. I actually use this. Or is it my 125 class, my motion graphics? Anyways.
One of them.
It's a coming of age story, kind of like, it reminds me of Toy Story 2 a little bit here, where your character is actually growing up, and if people don't know the story, each emotion is represented by an anthropomorphic character, and there's 3 characters that are introduced into this film as a young teenage girl grows up, anxiety, depression. There's other characters that pop up here, and the story is very well done. And I think it's well done because they're not doing any social justice undertones or anything that's politically motivated. They're telling a story, a coming of age story that everyone can relate to, or on some level relate to in a fun way. So it's back to the Disney, like, kind of not stereotype, but going back to the old time Disney storytelling, Disney Pixar, and it just broke a record, right, guys? So I don't know. I don't know how much it was. Does anyone know the exact number?
I don't remember what the previous record was, but currently, as of Box Office Mojo, which updates about weekly, I think it is, the worldwide total is a $1,466,906,731.
Goodbye, Super Mario Brothers. Fuck you.
Which currently is, as I remember, which I'm not entirely sure what the previous number was from Super Mario. It's very close right now.
Yeah.
It just broke it, and it's not crossing at a very fast pace over that. So it might be hitting that diminishing returns point, or it might go on to 1.5. Anyways, Oni.
Frozen 2 had 1.45 billion.
Wow.
So Inside Out 2 has grossed 1.46. That is according to Variety.
Nice. You know, son of a bitch, I got the Variety magazine, and I told somebody today, I go, I'm gonna need this for Friday.
You
were
right. And I was fucking right. I should really start reading it, Oni.
I mean, not like they don't have a free website to use.
Well, I mean, there's stuff in the magazine that they don't put on the website. So, but yeah, but there's so many advertisements in that fucking thing. And
well, I mean, they got to make their money somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I get it for free. So, well, free.
Yeah, not
free. And right away, Visual Effects Society, where's my free fucking Netflix?
Yeah, you bastard. Mm-hmm. Where's mine?
I've been waiting for my Netflix. Never got me in. Right? I'm going to have to steal it from Soda again.
You never got me in, so you can't.
Oh, yeah. I watch The Boys on Prime, so that's fine. Oni should be on The Boys. I think we should be The Boys, like, for season 6. Us 4 would be perfect. Have you seen
how that comic goes?
Yeah, I saw how the last episode went. They need 4 new people. Hero could be Butcher. He kind of looks like him.
Yeah, he does. Gotta get the accent down.
I'm scared that I got compared to people from The Boys.
Yeah.
There are some very savage, disgusting, and amoral people.
Butcher definitely is.
See me?
Amoral or immoral? Amoral is very different than immoral.
You know what? I'm sorry. You're correct. I'm not gonna deny that. Immoral.
Hey,
very immoral.
Go. Hey, chieftain, shut up, you cunt! In an Australian accent.
It's supposed to be British. He's from New Zealand, so he mixes the two together.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go. We need to record Nova saying that.
Yeah, we totally.
Shut your fucking cunt.
Oh, have you heard? You guys haven't came in and talked. Scruples has been in here lately. You should hear him. He sounds just like Butcher.
Got like this baritone. Is it English accent?
He's Welsh. Yeah, Welsh.
He's Welsh. Okay. Welsh is different than English. Just want to make that clear. Very fucking different.
Because they still use a lot of Gaelic.
Yeah. But I think Oni would be like replacing the girl that does the sign language. Like the one that has the superpowers that's able to heal. And that girl dies. She's like Kenny. She dies every episode. She like got her neck broken. And then all she does is like turn it back and she heals again. Or they chop off her foot. They start off her foot and it grows back.
So
like
she
Deadpool.
has healing factor. Like
yeah, it's
Wolverine
like
and
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and she's got super strength. That's the only difference.
You can't kill her.
I mean, I don't... Keiko,
yeah. She can talk.
I would.
You saw her last episode,
bro.
Yeah, no.
She's fucking hot. She's hotter than Starlight.
The last episode was depressing, in my opinion.
Oh my god, it was like it ended like Empire Strikes Back. Like nobody wins.
Pretty much. Well,
without revealing anything.
Yeah.
But
if you haven't seen The Boys, go watch it. It's
watch
awesome.
that. Yeah. If you're a little squeamish and to gory stuff, don't watch it.
If you don't like blood, don't watch it. Let's just say they ran out of blood on every season.
It's worse than a vampire show. It's pretty bad. But yeah, Inside Out 2 is like doing very well. I'm glad that they're getting a dub because it looks like my stock's going up. And my brother was
Really?
right. My 401k has been going up. He's right.
That's
I've
a
actually
conversation we haven't had on stream, sir.
I've won. I was talking to my brother about it, not you. It's like I've actually made money with like this quarter, this year. I'm actually making money with my Disney stock. So
That's a surprise because they are on track to be under $80 right now.
yeah, remember I bought it for 15.
Oh,
and it's split twice since then. So even if I lose it, I'm winning.
Yeah,
so it has to drop below 15. Yeah.
Because he was talking about Starlight. Yeah, she fucking had some bad plastic surgery. Why I don't know.
I don't see it. Was it
See,
her
Kazoo
nose?
said it. I saw it. Like,
was it her nose?
eyes, lips? Like they shot her from a certain angle.
Like her nose looks a little weird, but not her eyes.
Yeah, if you look close enough.
I don't see. I don't understand like girls that. She's not a girl. She's a woman. First of all, like she's already attractive.
She was. She's.
I don't fucking get it. What's that?
I can tell you why.
Why? She's like 24.
A lot of people are getting Botox younger and younger.
Oh no, she
Yeah,
has
that's true.
full blown fuck up
You
surgery.
would be horrified. I don't live this. I don't see this because of the people I'm around.
Right.
But I listen to people who are closer to those circles. Okay. It is insidious. It could have been pressure from her agent.
Oh, maybe.
It could have been pressure from just the people around her. Given her age, it could have been something she's been wanting for years because of an insecurity she had. But it's definitely been a source of contention for the last few months.
Look at the
Because
picture.
right now what's really popular,
zoom.
or what was popular about 6 months ago. So if you were to layer yourself, there's obviously a bit of fat here and, muscles and stuff because it does things.
Yeah, look at that. Why? Why would you do that?
There's a procedure that will
Mm.
thin this out to emphasize your cheek and jaw.
Yeah, but look how she was nice.
So it'll look
cute.
like
Now
you're
she looks
sucking
like
in
an
your
old
cheeks.
fucking lady, just like this is.
So
she looks anorexic now.
Started
And-
hot, they got old or something. No, that's her. That's she did that to herself. Why? Stupid.
one, money makes people do really dumb things, and two, if she really is that young, it would not surprise me if someone pressured her to do that, especially if there was an agent.
Let's see how old she is.
Which is basically the culmination of her character arc as the character Starlight in the comics.
I think she's
Okay.
29.
So
What's the age I date?
Yeah, she's 29.
Well, Tara Babcock
I want to give
talks
people
about that.
reference for this.
Yeah.
Badger and I are 29.
Oh, you guys are all 10 times more attractive than her.
She just did this to herself for who knows how much money. And I doubt this is the last time she will do plastic surgery.
You get
I doubt this is
addicted
the
to it.
only place she will have plastic surgery done. I almost assure you she's going to get something done over her body.
That's what
Yeah.
she should have done first.
I'm surprised you
No.
didn't notice, like they shot her from certain directions and like.
It's so hard to keep track of the story of so many characters. I wasn't really paying attention to Starlight. Would you be proud of me because I was trying to get the story down and understand the story? There's
Well,
a
she
lot of
didn't
stuff
have a
going on.
lot of one-on-one, but she's talking with Huey in the car. That's where you can see it. Where they're
At
waiting
the
on
end,
A-Train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
So I
bit,
just-
yeah.
So it's
I
stupid.
just men are not
But when men do accept women, they don't care anyway.
well, here's the thing. There are men who go through
Mhm.
procedures like this in especially big metropolitan areas, okay? There are guys who do it, and there are women who do it. A lot of these guys who have a lot of money will go for the ones with the plastic surgery. even though they say that's not what they want, but those are the ones they choose. I'll
If you're
I'll
a
wrap this
7,
up.
go after a 7. That's what I'm saying.
I'll wrap this up. We weren't originally talking about it, but
No, fine.
that is what the fame is doing. Regardless of whether she did this because she had an insecurity, or because an agent told her, or because she was pressured by people around her. She's been trying to deny it. I have no idea on earth why, because literally anyone with a set of eyes can
Yep.
fucking see this. And even then, fairly certain Ray Charles can see this too.
Yep.
So, please, that's not even a new joke. I didn't even make that one.
Just hearing it in this context is like, oh, perfect.
So yeah, it's very interesting though how her story, her actual
You're like, let
real
me
life,
feel your face. What the fuck you do, bitch?
her actual life is now mirroring Starlight's.
That's
Yeah, kind of.
Isn't that fucking sad? Isn't that fucking sad?
Yeah, a lot lips, cheekbones, nose. I don't know if she got a brow lift too.
Yeah, it
no,
looks
she
like
just
it.
fucked him up. It looks like when they were
And here's the
tweezing
thing:
him.
once you start getting plastic surgery, you basically have to keep up doing that. Okay, it's kind of
Yeah.
like when you transition. If you go under gender reassignment surgery, you become a medical. You need medical assistance forever, okay? Because the Botox will start fading away. If you got silicone injections anywhere, those will need to be replaced at some point. Fat will redistribute because liposuction doesn't just make it not go there, because your genetics tend to tell things where to go because it's literally coded.
About that.
Yeah.
Lipo is very bad because when you start, the fat cannot go back to where it was, so it starts growing in random places.
It's all bad. Well, let me
who's
rephrase that.
gotten liposuction in here? Please raise your hand.
Only one.
Yep.
It does go back to that spot. It doesn't misshape or grow. It goes back there eventually because you're sucking out the fat cells. But I had my liposuction done in when I was like 36, 37, and I had a tummy tuck. It was like $7,000 in plastic surgery just in my stomach. Now, for a good 3 years, I looked great.
But like we said,
you said, yeah, it does come back. So I'm going back in to get my tires rotated again. And shut up, Soda. Fuck you.
I mean, it's like what people say about the. So if you didn't know this, the Brazilian butt lift is.
I don't have an ass. That's my problem. It's all bony.
The BBL literally gives you one. There are a few problems. One is it is the most dangerous. It is one of the most dangerous plastic surgeries you can undergo. The recovery time is agonizing. And you really need a great plastic surgeon in order to do one that looks really nice. Because
Like looking like
when
Kardashian.
when fat and muscle gather in certain places, there's a look to it.
I look great naked.
I don't want to.
Awesome.
Yeah, I saw that in the picture.
Rendition of a doll of mine, so I don't want to do that.
Where on the doll did the man touch you?
I'll explain it this way. If you look at a female soccer player, their thighs are super muscled, which goes up into their hips, into their glutes, and then their waist usually tapers very slim. But there's a gradual building of where the muscles all connect, where all the tendons connect, where the fat will gather to protect the muscles and everything.
Right. Not sure if you saw that female rugby player that's on social media, Oni, but go ahead.
Probably not.
She's like in tears because they were making fun of her because she looked too masculine. She looks like a girl, but like she's a fucking female rugby player. I'm like, you're like, one, you're a cool chick. Two, yeah, so what? You're a little bit bigger than everybody else. You're a fucking athlete.
It's so odd to
I
me.
know many guys that would love to be thrown around by somebody like her.
Yeah. Look,
Me
some of these
too.
guys clearly do not understand how. I'm gonna tell you something
Throw me, bitch.
that you never asked for, but you can use it forever from now on.
We have a special announcement right after this conversation, guys. It's coming up. It's big news. So as soon as Oni finishes it,
You
go
can
ahead.
look up, and I'm not saying it's official, but I'm just saying probably fairly accurate. The numbers of
Muscle kink.
men and women who like certain things,
Right.
either being dom, sub, or switch, men dom, sub, or switch.
What
Dudes
does that
with
mean?
boobs.
Can you explain that to me?
This is
Let's-
BDSM talk. We are doing very general,
It's
very general,
BDSM.
very basic. No,
Welcome
here's the thing. Follow this. Follow me on this one.
BDSM talk with Blacklight Oni.
You would be surprised how many men, when you look at that chart, want to be dominated by a woman, but there are very few compared
me,
to the
baby.
big circle of women who are dominant or dominant
me
subs
down.
or dominant switches.
That's a
So-
boys episode.
Some of these guys clearly
Right?
do not understand why a lot of guys are attracted to very strong women. If
Right.
these guys are so emasculated by a woman who can hold her own, it's because these guys have something they're lacking. I'll use the example of, if you have to tell me you're an alpha,
Step on my balls.
you're not an alpha, because an alpha wouldn't have to tell me that shit. That's like saying, I'm in charge. The more you have to tell me that you're in charge, the less I believe that you're in charge.
Right.
You should,
Episode
you should
5,
be able
the
to
boys
walk it.
sit on some Dutch chocolate cake.
Oh
bitch.
my god, yeah, that episode. Fuck.
Some dude had to sit on a Dutch chocolate
That
cake
bitch is-
in
that
a
bitch is
fucking
crazy.
S&M thing. It was so
That
fucking
fuck-
gross. I'm like, can this scene be fucking over, please? They had the dominatrix there.
What about the
And
woman?
like,
She's
she
like,
was
"Oh,
fucking
shut up and let me
graphic.
spank your
I
balls.
just- I just have this image in my head, Oni, and don't think less of me for thinking this, but somebody going up to you and saying, "I'm in charge," and then you grabbing them by the throat and saying, "Oh, really?"
I
And
am
then
your
him
captain
learning,
now.
and then him
You're
realizing
captain
that he's
now.
a sub.
Oh, good
Pretty
lord.
much. And the thing is that it's not that I want to impose my will on everybody.
Oh, yeah, it
Everyone
is.
should bow to me. It's
Bullshit.
not that. It's
Right,
that
yeah.
Asshole.
there should be a level of respect. And
You
if
call
you
them
feel
bullshit.
that your respect is gained by throwing your weight around or throwing your rank around, you're about to get humbled very, very quickly, because I will not follow someone who has such disregard for the very people that they should be serving. If you're a leader, you serve them. You serve them.
You serve Oni.
And by that action,
Right.
they will respect you and want to take care of you. They will want to accomplish the mission because you do everything in your power to make sure they've got what they need to get the job done. That you're looking out for their well-being, that you will protect them from the dumb shit that you already know you're going to see.
Right. Rogue Penguin, by the way, my safe word is sea cucumber, just so
Yeah.
you know.
That's a little long to say. Could you just say something else like, oh, I'm not going to say that.
Potato.
If I,
That
If
might
I
be a
say-
little,
if-
no, no.
if I say
hang on.
strawberry, I
share-
like
I'll share it in
strawberries.
private chat so no one else has to be nightmare fueled.
Can I repeat it if you write it in there? Can I say it audibly?
Sure.
Okay, that makes sense.
No, because we don't like that person.
That's
No.
the point. It should make, if you're gonna use that, if you're gonna use a safe word, it needs to be one, something you can't possibly confuse for something else. 2, easily recognizable for everybody. And 3, will
Not for
make
nothing,
you want to
but how do
suck
you
the
know
fun out
about
of the
all
room
this?
and go, oh shit, this is serious. It's a safe word for a reason. Okay, like people joke about safe words, but just to
Yeah.
be
I
real,
read my memoirs.
it's there for a reason. Okay, if you need to use it, you use it. And if it's been said, that means consent has been revoked.
We get
You-
Little Red in here real quick.
You back up to
I want to
square
know what
one.
the safe word is. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you have to go back to square one. Yeah. But of all the people that would discuss certain things like safe words, you'd be like the last person I'd ask. But you're the one that has a very educated opinion on it for some reason. It doesn't really like in my head. It's just like it's fucking up my head.
Well, yeah, because most people assume BDSM means you have to have sex, and actually you don't. That's not necessary. It's not. They're not correlated. They can exist separately of each other.
Right.
And in fact, some of them are technically BDSM practices, but are actually very platonic, borderline almost therapeutic in a way.
Wow.
So, but again, it's just it's a more structured form of intimacy with someone, whether it's platonic, romantic, or whatever, where there are strict, clear guidelines that everyone understands. That's the important part. And that's why so many in that community got pissed off by 50 Shades of Grey.
Gotcha.
Because they threw that whole book out. They did not pay attention at all. It was
right.
I remember when that shit happened and I was in high school. I'm like, wow, internet's on fire.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I was clearing out my dad's office, he's got like a bunch of books up there, and he's got all 4 books of 50 Shades of Grey, the paper book. But I mean, it's a legit book. Like people read those all the time. But I'm just like,
of course.
I'm like, take some rubber gloves and throw those. No, just kidding. But yeah, great conversations tonight, guys. I was just saying that if you guys like the conversation and you like our show and us having ADD moments and going off on tangents, which we enjoy doing, so we don't give a fuck. If you don't like it, you're not here. But if you are, thank you so much. I'm Chieftain. To my right is Blacklight Oni. Below is Hero and Soda, and we are Lagging Out Live. If you like the live, be sure to follow and tell your friends. Word of mouth is important because YouTube fucking sucks, as it says in the top of the crawler there, and they could eat my fucking giant cock after what they did to us last fucking week. Does anyone want to know what they fucking did to us last week? Fuck you, YouTube. Get fucked with a fist, you pieces of fucking dog shit. How dare you flag us on 8 different things about the great Robin Williams that Blacklight Oni worked so fucking hard on? Double fuck you. I'm gonna put double fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you.
How about
YouTube?
stereo? You want it in stereo?
Yeah.
Dolby 7.1. I just went and disputed all that.
Fucking Logan Paul can be sucking his brother's cock on YouTube, and they wouldn't fucking block it. We celebrate 10 years of fucking Robin Williams, and you block us. Get fucked, you red and white pieces of shit. Go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead, Oni.
What would
Sorry.
Robin Williams say about that, YouTube?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you?
He tell you?
It was a drive-by shooting.
I have an answer, Chieftain. Worry not. The dispute has been submitted.
I saw that on my phone when
it annoyed the shit out of you, didn't it?
Yeah, I was scrolling up. There's like 8 of them, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, and I got 3 different blocking emails during the week. I'm like, oh man, I don't even want to bring this up in the production meeting because everyone's gonna get all mad.
Well, we've never gotten mad. We've just gone like, what the heck are they flagging us for this time?
I don't want to ruin the mojo. You know what I'm saying? Oni? Sometimes there are days that one of us is fragile, like me today, and someone else, like next week it might be Soda, but he already had his breakdown like a month ago, so he's good for another month.
Good for a couple of years.
We're probably gonna rotate to you or Hero next on the mental breakdown because we all take turns.
I'm screaming internally.
You're screaming internally, but here's some good news. You guys want to hear some good news? Chat, yes. Press 1 if you want to hear some great news for once, because we have some great news for you. So definitely. So here is the great news. And there's a drum roll that my esteemed colleagues cannot hear.
We can now.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, you fixed
it. It fucking works when it wants to, right?
Yep.
It's
like my penis.
alive! It's alive! Finally, after 11 years! And the hard work of Blacklight Oni, Hero, and the Mariner website beta is up. Lagginout.com!
Full disclosure. Okay, remix. full disclosure.
Remix.
The Mariner has openly expressed that there's still going to be some dusty pixels. He's
Right.
he
Construction
got
areas.
he got the in house building. They got the house has good bones. He got the bones set up.
Right. And who
don't
doesn't like
don't
bones,
say
right,
it, Soda. I know exactly what you're gonna say, Soda.
Soda loves the bones.
I love the boning. Oh wait, the
Yes.
bones. Sorry.
He doesn't eat meat, but he sure likes the bone.
I'll take anybody's bone.
Go ahead, Hero. This
So
is how we distract
we've
Hero
got-
and Oni.
We've got the structure up. There are articles posted. A lot of things are working, but if you find some, don't freak out. By all means, share what you find with the Mariner and myself or Oni, or if we're not around, usually Chief
I guess
and
we'll
Soda are.
see it.
I found some UX issues.
You found some what?
UX,
UX,
issues.
UI.
Oh, you. Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Let me guess.
Maybe.
You found things that were center justified.
No,
Well,
no, that's
Some
not
of it
UX.
is actually.
He
But you
hates
also have to
center
remember some of
justified.
that is us kind of seeing what works, seeing what we can push the envelope
Absolutely.
on.
It's certainly not perfect by any means. So
It's not
We'll
me.
get it there.
It's
I
not
know.
liposuction. Like
Right.
we
No,
are
it's
working
actually
on
it looks
and
really good. It looks great. I
Yes.
it does.
looked through it
I
last night.
They work
love.
so hard on that. You don't understand.
Mhm.
You guys
I
don't
will
understand.
give 100% credit for the construction to the Mariner.
Oh, absolutely.
And Mariner and Oni worked so hard on those articles.
Yep.
So
Good
many
job.
sorries were said.
Great job.
There was
Yeah. We're gonna and the I'm sorry Oni shirt should be coming too.
A badger on
But-
the back.
Also, wow, yeah,
It's not before the Soda I love ball shirt though.
yeah.
In bones? You can
Um,
put balls in bones or just
Balls and bones, skulls and balls and bones. Why not act stupid all the way through and have everyone get mad at me after the live tonight? So that's great.
But
Don't bottle it up
Um,
and explode on me later though.
one thing I will say, and Mariner's probably going to shoot me later for saying it, is there came a day about 2.5 weeks ago when he messaged me and he wanted to talk to me, and he straight up expressed in very uncharacteristic verbal language that he does not usually use that he was ready to throw the whole thing away and start over. Because the system we used that we use to produce it is a very popular system in the industry of website design, but it is the most unfriendliest pile of shit
Yep.
to work with.
I'm sorry. Winry
Are you
is
sorry?
here. Here's Winry. She's a UX UI trainee. Maybe an assistant might be in the wings here for an intern. So she's got a
Oh,
maybe if Mariner is interested. Might need an intern. And Winry's a good artist. So
Very good.
she scored very high in my class. I'm not, due to federal regulations, I cannot say what grade she has received, but I said she did very well. She
I
worked
almost
very
thought
hard.
you were about to say what grade she was in, and I was like, hold on.
No. She's a very good artist. She's very good, and she's gonna get even better. She's got, as you would say, good bones on a house. She's got good bones as a designer. So she's really good, and she's just gonna get better. Yes, she's a very good artist. She's good. I kept her project in my class was creating a promotional flyer for her stream. I'm like, boy, do you have the right one.
Right?
I'm like, do this, do that, do this, do that. And she listens. And if you can get your uncle to come on our show, that'd be great. I'm just kidding. I won't tell you guys who her uncle is. I won't out her, but he's a very popular director. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah. Yeah, she works hard. She works very hard, and
she
earns every grade she gets. She does ask great questions. She does. She's got a good attitude, although she's kind of shy sometimes. I broke her out of her shell a little bit. You have to in my class, as you guys know. I'm actually an introvert that masquerades as an extrovert on the live, but yeah. So just a reminder: this is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic trivia question.
See,
I asked my cousin, and he said maybe. Oh, it's your cousin. Wow, we got an actual. See, Soda and I know that's a big fucking deal, but we can't tell Oni and Hiro in the Twitch chat, but we'll tell them in our production chat. But according to canon, what were the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle brothers prior to their transformation into turtles? Human children, baby turtles, or the sons of Hamato Yoshi? Those are the
Yamato.
three. Yeah. Oh, it does say it. I'm sorry, it does say.
No.
I'm an idiot. I spelled it wrong. Damn it.
Don't worry about it. It's just I noticed I haven't really looked up at the crawler.
Oh, that's a nice catch, though. I didn't even see that. Sorry, guys. So
Was that a
Winry
mess
says
up
B.
on my part?
Probably.
I just copied and pasted it. Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, so it's a mess up on my part. Sorry.
I should have proofread it, though. It's my fault too. But let me put. I don't know how to spell their name.
Oh, I do. Oh shit.
I don't. No. I meant the other. I meant for Winry's cousin.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah. I don't know.
I still think I misspelled that turtle's name. Oops.
I
Yeah, I did. It's one L. It's one N.
I don't know how to spell it. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to spell it again. I'm gonna butcher it, but yeah.
SODA.
Michelangelo. I think that's right. Michelangelo's right.
Oh, I know it is.
Yeah.
Because Badger loves Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Favorite Renaissance artist was Michelangelo, who was actually a dick in real life. And then
Also
favorite artist overall is Van Gogh.
An alien too.
Yeah,
no, that was Da Vinci.
Leonardo, his patrons hated he hasn't finished a lot of his artwork.
Well, Raphael was busy fucking his way through the cities, so
Sweet.
there's that.
Yeah.
And technically Donatello lived a little bit before the Renaissance, but he gets credit.
Was that Mannerist after that? Before that? I don't remember. I'm blacking out. I think it was classical Mannerist and then Renaissance.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember. I'm having fun.
Anyways, yay! Fallout London finally came out. You guys deserve a round of applause.
Yay!
You got fucked over so hard. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, baby.
I'm so glad you finally made it.
Fallout London is live, so everyone's happy about this. I know the Mariner is ecstatic about it.
Oh yes, he actually
he's getting a nerdgasm over it. Yeah,
he had
in my pants.
Wow.
And speaking of the Mariner, my good friend here, my good friend here has some first impressions review about that when we are ready. But go ahead. Actually, would you like to introduce this, and I will piggyback.
Who, me?
Actually, Oni, since she started talking about it.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. So basically, long story short, After the whole Bethesda fucked them over again, they've been working very, very hard to unfuck the shit. So, what happened was a couple of days ago, there was a
Turn up the
sneaky
what?
image that had been dropped by the official Fallout London team. And a lot of folks were like, waiting on, this is a clue. So, using their context clues and their skills of deduction, they assumed or theorized that it would be released on the date that was in the message. Lo and behold, it went live yesterday. Complete with a launch trailer, complete with fans fucking screaming with probably tears of joy, probably some pain. I know
Obviously
Wednesday,
unmarried.
I don't know if it had been updated, but on Wednesday, they certainly at least had how to download the mod. It is not by Nexus Mods. It is on GOG, not Nexus Mods. Just please use their official website, follow their instructions. I don't know, because I don't work for them or anything, but just follow the directions. I'm sure it'll be fine. But they finally released their game after so fucking long. And this is not me berating them as if they should have released it sooner. I'm saying this because I am so proud of them to have overcome all this shit. And I hope that we can maybe check in a week or so and just see how they're doing. Okay, I'm so proud of them. I am so happy that they didn't just drop. They didn't just give up. They finished it strong. So congratulations.
snap.
You all.
Hell yeah. I'm
Soda,
always
your
interested.
commentary first. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I'm interested. Go ahead. That's you, Soda. You're on.
Oh, I don't know anything about this one, believe it or not.
How dare you not do your homework for the show, you piece of shit? What the
I mean,
fuck?
other than what Mariner
What's the
said
matter with you?
earlier. I
Just
mean, this
kidding.
is kind of Mariner's thing.
Yeah, it's Mariners.
You wanna jump? You can jump in and take my. I yield my time to Mariner, the
Is he
governor of Texas down here. What am I, senator? Senator. Yeah, I will yield my time.
I yield my time. I love that. Would you like me? Would you like me to yield my 5 minutes to resign, Madam Secret Service?
My favorite one was they were drilling somebody the other day. What'd she say? My social media are my personal things or something. She just kept saying it. Every question. If I was that senator, I'd be like, listen, bitch. You know, just like, fuck. Oh, anyway, sorry, off topic.
Sorry, what were we talking about again? Sorry, I was blinded by my rage.
I was like, you fucking cunt. I call you a cunt, but you don't have the depth or the warmth. Oh, wait.
What about wow. No comment.
So yeah, I mean I love Fallout, but I haven't, kept up with it. So I know about the mod and what Mariner said, but I don't want to steal his, glory. So maybe Hero can.
So Chieftain, do you have anything?
I want to watch
Do you?
Mariner play this because after watching the show, I am now curious what's inside each one of those Fallout shelters. I want to know what's
Vaults?
going on there. What's
A
that?
vault?
Vault, yes, vault. I couldn't remember the name. Thank you, Oni, for calling me out on that. I couldn't remember. Yeah, I want to see what's going on in there. Like,
Thank you, Mariner.
I'm curious. Yeah, thank you.
Yahoo!
What happened? Oh, just subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, so I just want to see what's going. I just want to watch somebody play it like old school, like you know how you used to watch your friends play with LAN parties and stuff like that. I just want to watch someone play it and just not die a bunch of times like Mariner does, but someone actually knows how to play. I'm just kidding. No,
He likes to restart it, his thing. You'll like be level 52. I think I need to restart.
Yeah, just he'll be doing that on our lot. He'll be doing that on his channel and ours too. So that means Chieftain's got to make another banner. So I have a little bit more time. I think I have the time because my next week summer camp got canceled, so
Ew.
I got canceled.
Yeah, you
But
did.
no one wants to take 3D animation anymore. Everyone wants to do 2D. So that's the reoccurring
Yeah,
theme
because
with-
it's the
with
renaissance
kids.
of 2D.
I was gonna
It
say
is.
I've been hearing it's about to be a renaissance.
Well, it has been for a few years. I've made like 20 grand just teaching 2D animation in this one school, just like one-on-ones. I've made almost $25,000 just doing that. I'm so glad I learned Adobe Animate because it's been paying my bills more than the 3D animation. But I'm excited about watching people's reactions to it because I don't play it, but I'll watch Mariner do it. So I'll help make one too. Also. But yeah, that's my opinion on that, and I'm on the wrong shot. There we go.
So
back to Hero.
Mariner gave a pretty lengthy first impressions review of this. The short version was he got it started, or he got it installed and started and then restarted and then was lost, figured out where to go, then was lost again.
Sounds about right
Sounds
for
like-
me gaming. So
That sounds like my life.
But he did say that it does run. He gave the slightly longer version, and I apologize, Mariner, I'm gonna have to abbreviate to some degree, so perhaps there will be a benefit to an actual article. Hint, hint. But I don't want to take away from, well, your overall thoughts of it.
Right. Yeah.
Talking point for Fallout London. I've said before that this is the future. Independent game devs scraping off the content from existing games so that there's nothing left but the engine, and then building their own game on top of it. But an interesting thought occurred to me after talking to a coworker. There are game engines out there that game devs are using. This makes it easier for independents and or crowd-funded projects like Fallout London to be made. Just look at Starship Simulator. It's using the Unreal Engine and it's crowd-funded. More and more people are going to those and making games that people want versus Ubisoft, Bethesda, or other AAA developers making games that no one wants, or hijacking games that people do want, but instead use them to forward the message. I wish I had my voice changer or voice modulator for that. The message.
Yes, sir.
Could more independent devs through crowdfunding and doing what Team Full On did, which I guess that's short for Fallout London, cause the AAA game devs to pivot? Could we see them creating the engines and then licensing them out to others to create games? They would take a cut, obviously, but through licensing fees rather than doing what they are doing now. The obvious answer to this is no, because of their elitism, arrogance, and adherence to agenda. I'm going to abbreviate that, sorry. Bethesda, for example, they have a creation kit, so modders can make and sell mods for Fallout and Starfield, but meant to be sold through Bethesda's store, so they get a cut.
Of course.
Sorry, I was reading something else for a second there.
Sorry.
A good number of modders, however, see this and reject it, instead going Team Fallout London's route with the London mod, or for example, King Gath with Sim Settlements 2. If Bethesda could fix its billion mess and put it out there with documentation, more people could build their own games with it, and we could have the Starfield game that we wanted rather than the disappointed mess we got. Shots fired, Mariner.
Damn.
I will
You're
say
fired.
he already had to leave, but I will say I just want to put this out there. I could understand from a legal standpoint, or for the sake of the standards of your game, not just allowing people to purchase and make mods from your game from the base. Because, and I'm going to use this as an example, I know it's a little bit of a stretch. When Fallout 76 originally came out, it was not Bethesda who actually was making it. It was done by a third party that Bethesda signed off on. We know how that went and how long it took to rectify that and how many stumbles it took to get there. So I can understand them not just giving out their proprietary game for people to willy-nilly mod and, mess around with, if that could be their name on the line. That would be like Nintendo doing that for Pokemon games. Nintendo has such a reputation because unless they own you, you don't make Nintendo games. Or if you're going to make a movie, we want to have control over what we're doing with that movie because it's our name on the line. Those are our characters. This is our reputation. We will not let you fuck it up after we've been building it for so long. Now, Bethesda has already had issues because I don't think they know what the fuck they're doing. Okay? I really don't. I think at this point they're kind of all willy-nilly. People are still theorizing about what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be in, let alone when.
When is the question?
Some people are fairly. I know there was a trailer that dropped, and some people are thinking it might be Hammerfell. Do we know when it's coming out? Still no idea. So help me, if Grandma Shirley doesn't get a chance to play this before she dies, Bethesda had better say their prayers because I think the fans would probably revolt. I don't think the fans would take that well. Grandma Shirley is a gift. So don't fuck with gaming practices. So
no.
I do think Mariner has a good point. I think though, especially with how Bethesda runs and how it's been run for a long time, I don't think they're going to show the modders any respect anytime soon, if ever. So
probably not.
Good old Todd Howard's been phoning it in for the last several releases.
Was he replaced by AI by any chance?
I don't know. Why don't we
would have saved them a lot of money? I'm just saying.
What if we ask King AI himself, Mr. Zuckerberg?
I thought you were going to say Soda. Soda, you got to fight him for the crown.
Zuckercuck.
Hey, apparently he turned coat, and apparently he downloaded a personality.
he saw the writing on the wall, and he's like, "Oh shit, this is not going to happen the way I thought it was going to happen," and I better get on the caboose of this train, so
That's
that way
the
I
wrong
don't get
horse.
Destroyed. Yeah,
that's the wrong hole.
The horse that he backed should have been shot. I shouldn't say that. It should have been turned to glue about 4 years ago.
You mean turned out to pasture?
Yeah, that's even better. Out to pasture. You can't say that anymore.
Well, no, wait, what? Why not?
Huh?
That literally just.
Oh, because
it literally just means you're retired now. You get to hang out in the fields and do whatever the fuck you want.
Right, out to pasture. Right, I'm agreeing with you.
He's been doing that anyway for 4 years.
Oh, the other
one.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, the other one. The other one that like.
No, that one makes sense. I understand why with that.
Yeah, J13.
Well, dude,
but gotta watch what you say. We do have freedom of speech, but not freedom from speech. There's
freedom from consequences.
Right.
Well,
remember, folks, the scale of fuck around and find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just
don't. And we learned that campers don't survive long in real life.
We sure did.
Campers.
Yeah, but he had time to, I won't even go there.
Oh, there's so much we can talk about, but that's going to be offline.
Yeah, that's going to be offline, or we might do just something that's politically based. That's not the show. This is not the show for this.
Right.
Nope.
So if you want to do that, you can go on my live, on my Chieftain TikTok live, and where I can smoke noobs and make them cry. Some dude lost $100 on a bet because somebody said something and they said they didn't believe it, and then they provided the audio, and then he welched on the bet with the girl.
Of course he did.
Like $100. He lost. He was like, what's the source? He's like, the source is the person who said it. But what's the source? The person that fucking said it. You hear her saying it, you idiot.
Anyway. Some of these, let me just say, I'm gonna say it, and I don't want this to come off as sexist or making
Yeah.
a generalization.
Yeah.
This is something I've noticed this with some guys. If they feel like their ego is on the line, they tend to get very defensive, which
Oh, yeah.
comes off as aggressive. But it's because they're very vulnerable.
I'm very sensitive.
And when you're in front of your guy friends, you want to feel like you're macho. But it would be much more respectable if you just accepted defeat graciously and just moved on. Now, women do something very similar, but unfortunately, again, this is with online culture. People who are online so often that they do not interact with real people very often. When I say real people, I mean face to face, without a screen dividing them. It's very different. Some women will just go straight for the jugular for no reason that has nothing to do with the actual argument.
I've seen
Some
it.
guys will just try to posture and peacock. But really, if you're gonna lose an argument, if you're gonna make a bet and you lose, just accept
Pay
the
the
defeat
bet, yeah.
graciously. If you can't do that, don't make the bet. I am not always a great loser, okay? That's why I don't play those games. That's why I don't play online.
I'm a
Because
giant loser.
no one needs to be exposed to just how toxic my personality is. So I just keep it away from everybody, like a responsible adult would. Now,
That is a smart thing for you to do.
a truly responsible person would actually deal with it, but short of that, it's just don't interact. Don't egg that on. Yes.
And don't hide it. If you have a problem with somebody, address it and be a man or be a woman about it. You know, if you have a problem, if you're tired, it's like talk to that person.
Say, I will argue that only because some people will not listen. And if you will not be heard, don't waste your breath. There's
right.
no reason
there are
to.
stubborn people out there that are not willing to listen. Yeah.
Stubborn people in this? No.
We're all
Bullshit.
stubborn here.
No,
I think we're all fucking stubborn in this group.
Oh, no.
Go
Yes,
ahead,
you're-
Hero.
Okay, I know we're not political, but since it was mentioned, Dexerto just posted a Ohio Supreme Court ruling. The Ohio Supreme Court rules that boneless wings can have bones in them.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is the most
What?
Ohio. That's the most Ohio fucking shit I've ever heard.
Right?
Where's Rogue Raven? I need to talk to her real quick.
Yeah, where's Rogue Raven been? Yeah.
Probably in bed.
Probably in bed because she works 80 hours a week, yeah.
I feel
And since
so
we're not
sorry for that
political,
woman.
I want you to take a guess on who might have said this. I'll be running for president of the United States. We have states. States should be united. And those states that are united have a president. A president to preside over the United States are united.
Biden?
I don't know if it's a real quote, but it sounds like someone that's running for president would say that.
It sounds like an AI written script.
It's a fucking big fucking word salad. I don't know if it's a parody or it's a real thing, but it's the funniest shit. I'm literally reading this off of Instagram. On the Instagram I'm reading it from is Steve Byrne Live. Is he a comedian?
I think so.
Yeah. I believe
Okay,
so.
then it might be made up, but it doesn't sound like it's made up. But make sure you check us out on Kick / /lagging out. We do a simulcast on Kick, Twitch, Rumble. Rumble is probably the most popular place we're going to start going to pretty soon.
Yep.
Hopefully. Their algorithm.
Yeah, well, she has an aneurysm, and she is having an aneurysm.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's a little young for that, but in between the cackling laughter, I'm sure that sounds like something she would say. But anyways, check us out on which one did I miss? YouTube. Yeah, fuck you, YouTube, you pieces of shit. Fucking hate them so much. Taking fucking money away from our fucking company because we can't get popular. Do I have to show my tits to get anything done on YouTube? I'm like, really?
Yeah, Lord.
Anyways,
That might spurn some donos to put a shirt back on.
Yeah, people don't want to see that. That's true.
At least you
I'm
could wear
sorry.
some
That was a
Ragnar-
dig.
You could wear
No.
some lagging out themed pasties.
Oh, I can do that. You joke. But
I'd wear those.
I think a girl actually asked for that once. I can't remember
That's
who
funny.
it was.
That would
I
be the
can't-
type of thing we would have to make around like Carnival or
Yeah.
Mardi Gras.
I don't know who it was. Who asked me for those?
I
Me.
honestly don't need to know.
No, I don't. It's gonna drive me crazy now. I don't remember if it's someone in the recent past or a faraway past.
It was me.
Anyways, next story. Humble. All staff is laid off, or are they? So Humble this is the Humble Bundle pack. You know, like where everyone has those. Every month you get like a special
Same
deal.
company.
Same company. Fantastic. Okay. I think we had like a button on the bottom of our Twitch. We had a Rumble, Humble Bumble Rumble pack or whatever the fuck it was called that no one went to anyway. But that was a Moabiti idea. Just to give it context of how far it is. Free the pasties. Okay, Gazoo. Humble Games is sitting down. Yes, that's on purpose. Okay. What is going on? So a Humble company says they're not laying people off, but the people that are getting laid off.
We need cheap hookers, not cheap viewers, you dick.
Yeah, and plus, everybody everyone, including in the host and in our chat, are cheap. We're very frugal with our money, so you guys can bite me. So goodbye. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Somehow also fucked up 6ix9ine.
Wrong, dumbass. You are now banned. So, around the horn. Omit me from this topic. That's all I know about it.
Okay.
So, I will
I'll
make
run.
funny dick jokes as Hero speaks.
You always do.
Yes.
You never disappoint.
That's my job. Low hanging fruit dick jokes. That's me.
So, the company is restructuring.
Yes.
When they announced their restructuring, a bunch of articles, outlets, what have you, started just spewing out they're getting rid of their gaming division. They're doing layoffs and terminations. And Humble Bundle, the Humble company came out publicly and said, hey, we're not actually doing any layoffs. We're just restructuring. And the internet collectively went X to doubt.
We're not
And
restructuring.
lo and behold, what had happened? They started laying off. Now, mind you, they are known for, I use the term loosely because I honestly didn't even realize that the Humble company had a gaming division, but some of their indie games that they produced were known to me. I say some because it was a very scant few, but they had somewhere in the neighborhood of like 30 plus titles that they released that were apparently, middling in popularity. But, hey, try to damage control and get called out for it, and now what's going to happen to you guys? And yeah, the entire gaming division got laid the hell off. Like, Thanos snap.
Well,
and that's the extent of the article and the articles. I say collectively articles, what they contain. That was the extent of it. So there's not a whole lot of detail. But judging by the number of games that they put out, they probably stretched too far, too thin, too quick.
So she said.
I was going to say same goddamn.
Yeah.
Dick jokes from the professors. The smart ones are the military people.
I yield my tongue. But yes, Gazoo, you are correct. It's just their gaming division because apparently
I didn't know they had any other division.
Yeah,
Well,
the Humble Bundle apparently is still doing well, but not Humble Games.
And apparently they weren't even told this till like it all happened.
Yeah. To the day they locked the door. Wait, we've told a story similar to this before.
Look, if you're gonna fire people, have the character to do it to their faces instead of just saying, "Oh yeah, we're doing great. By the way, you all are fired."
I got fired from a text from my first job.
Yeah, that
My
it's
first
so,
animation job. Don't
so
come in
weak.
today. Was the text. They do that. It's horrible. You're right. Go ahead, Oni. I'm pissing you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's just the shameful action that is. From what I remember hearing how some businesses had to handle the pandemic, and it was not fun for them. They did not want to have to fire people, but they were very upfront saying, "Look, um, we're about to have to make some very uncomfortable decisions, but we can't shy away from this. So we're trying to give you all heads up as enough time as we know it to give you. If there's anyone who would like to take retirement now, we're cut to part-time. We can work with the numbers, see what we can come up with. But there will probably be layoffs, and we are not happy that we are going to be forced to do this, or everyone's going to lose jobs." They weren't happy to do it, but they did it in person.
But they did
And
it anyway.
so I can respect that because they didn't make some manager do it. No, they did it from the top down, saying, "Look, this is our reality, and this is what we're going to have to do." To just text to say, "Oh yeah, you're fired." Bitch, you could have fucking at least called me. Anyways,
Wow, they already received my report.
my thing is, with the Humble Bundle thing, when you look up the list of games, I didn't recognize any, like, at all. Which to me says, probably should have marketed it a bit more. So that could be a restructure possibility, but typically from what I've heard, restructuring doesn't mean remove entire chunks. It's like, is it technically restructuring? I guess. I mean, kind of. Let me find another way to put that. That's like saying, "I'm going to cut off your hand by cutting off from your shoulder." You did technically remove the hand, but you also removed more than that. So it's like, were you following it? I mean, it fits the guidelines, but there's a lot missing from the context. So restructuring is a very delicate way to say we scrapped an entire division. So this should be interesting to watch, but I'm really tired of having to report on this shit because it's like, how are people so... I'm not going to pretend and say everyone is absolutely at fault. They just suck. But part of me just goes, how many of you are running into the same problems over and over again, all at once, in the same year?
So
this is where I would stroke my Gandalf beard if I, had a Gandalf beard and were a wizard. And we're 1,000 years
You're
old.
a wizard, Oni.
Yep.
I would, just to jump in briefly, I would say this is a sign of the condition of the industry.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And the thing is that
and Chieftain has said multiple times the industry is contracting and it does this in a cycle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
To
every
be fair,
other
he's
job.
100. To be fair, he's 100% right.
For once.
But
wouldn't you follow the pattern? Why not get ahead of that? And instead of letting the pattern run you get ahead of it and go, okay, this is going to be a temporary job. Now that the pandemic is over, people are going to be wanting new jobs. They're going to be going back to work. So there's probably not going to be as much video gaming.
She said head.
She did.
So if you know what's going to happen, why not be victimized by the pattern that you already know is going to happen, because it's a fucking pattern. That's how patterns work. Anyways, part of me also goes,
Golden Catholics, right? Well,
Fuck you, soda.
I love the little pause. Fuck you, soda.
you also have to remember that the removal of something does not automatically mean that the company is safe. Okay. This is done as a very drastic way to
No fuck you, hero.
save money immediately. It does not mean it's going to save them. So Humble might not survive this still because you still have to make money.
Absolutely.
And firing a group of people does not necessarily mean you're going to be making money. So I would still keep my ear very close to the ground on this one because this could wind up being a real dumpster fire very soon. I'm sorry, I've taken enough time. Go.
No, I just gotta. I think there's more to it by a lot. It's more than just the cycle of the economy as a whole. It's just as a collective, the industry decided all at once to start making shit and saying that it is
Give us
product.
some fucking money. Are we not entertaining enough for you?
Thank you. Go ahead. Sorry.
They've been collectively producing shit and then telling us that it is amazing product, and the consumer base has turned around and collectively given them the double birds, and now they're paying for it. And
I thought Humble was a charity type company.
I don't know when this gaming division started.
They had what actually games have they made? I've never heard of Humble making a game.
Well, I'll go ahead and post a link to their repertoire here.
Yeah.
Just and I'll yield the rest of the time again back. I think actually it might be you and Chieftain's turn.
Yep.
Like I said, I didn't know they made a game, so I know about them, but I've never knew them having actually made games. So
Yeah, that's interesting to me as well. I didn't know they did anything but doing bundles for games. I thought it was one of those, like, those trendy, like, remember the mystery boxes that a few years ago that was very popular? I thought they had something to do with that, right? Soda?
That's how. Yeah, because I used to have. Hey, they're on Humble, but
there's a link in the chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at their games.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of any of these. But
can I put it on the live?
Forager. I've heard of Forager. I've seen that one. Pop-up Dungeon. I know that one. Slay the Spire is an amazing game. If they made that, I'll give them credit for that.
Here it is. Upcoming games, that sort of thing.
But looking through their list, Slay the Spire is the biggest one. Yeah, I am.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, my mouse. I got to put a battery in my mouse. Oh wow, look at all that. Looks like the palettes are kind of the same, but a little bit different. Oh, this one's pretty different.
But
a
still,
lot of tune shading.
Well, who's doing Slay the Spire 2? Did they not do Slay the Spire 2? It's coming out soon.
I don't know. They did quite a few.
Oh, Unpacking. Yeah, that's pretty popular.
Oh, they did. I think I've heard of Wingman. I'm not sure. It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I heard of it.
Like I said, there's some games on this list that I've heard of.
Yeah.
But not
interesting.
A whole
not a
awful lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I've known see one. Temtem is kind of like a Pokemon game. I know that one, so that's 2. Slay the Spire, I played the shit out of, so 3.
I think you've talked about that on the live too, Slay the Spire.
Yeah, it's a good game. Forger, I've seen videos on that, so that's 4. Yeah, that looks about it.
Oh, and Oni, in regards to you talking about their marketing, that is an interesting point, because I've constantly heard over the years that when layoffs start, the first thing that gets slashed is marketing.
I'm just looking at this.
Doesn't make sense.
All these games, though, it kind of looks like they're all made by separate people, not like one studio. So I'm guessing they had kind of collabs going on, and they're just like, fuck you now? Or...
I think if I were to take a wild guess, I think it would be very much
yeah, Javelin. I understand.
Wait. I'm so confused.
You remember Skull and Bones when Ubisoft was about to drop Skull and Bones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was.
They came out and said this is a quadruple A game.
Yeah, but I
Oh, they
wasn't
actually- that's not a
commenting
typo?
about that. I was saying that Humble Bundle Games, I thought, was more a competitor to Tiny Build. So they don't necessarily
Yeah.
make the games solely in house. They assist in the finishing of other games, so they still get credit.
What did you get auto modded by, Gazoo?
Link, maybe?
Stop being racist.
Hmm? What?
What's a golden kappa train? A
I
golden
have
kappa.
no clue.
I don't know. Let's find out.
I have it.
Apparently, it's a hype
kappa
train, but they named it Golden Kappa.
And they need showers.
A golden kappa train starts when multiple viewers support with subs, gifts, or bits. Once the golden kappa train is underway, the community fills up the hype meter with more subs, gifts, or bits. Everyone contributes enough to be eligible.
I will do anything for golden showers.
Wow.
What?
Oh, it's a
Everyone
golden
who
train.
contributes enough to be eligible for rewards will receive a golden kappa emote for 24 hours in addition to their regular emote awards. And then there's a bunch of default level 1 emotes. I guess I got to make more of those.
Here,
Make more work for me, Twitch. Thank you.
Let's do this.
If you want to do some animated GIF, Soda, I'm not going to be against that.
That's racist. They're using the term kappa without understanding the cultural significance.
Right?
He was a white dude that said Kappa. How else? Like,
Is
I
that
just
no
turned
kappa?
down the automod settings for us. I didn't see an automod announcement, so
Thank you, Soda, for giving that to Winry.
I just don't
Let's
understand
see
why
the
they're calling it a
golden shower.
kappa.
I don't either.
Makes
Kappa
no
is
sense.
like from more my generation. Everybody just said Kappa, Kappa, because that's just the way of saying it's funny. Like Kappa.
Really? I never heard
Yeah.
that before.
Yeah, it was
I'm
like
not
one of the
as cool
original
as you,
guys
Soda.
on Twitch. Yeah, we used to say Kappa. They have a Kappa. They have a rainbow Kappa. They have black and white Kappa. It's this one right here.
Oh, I'm dumb, then. I don't.
Oh, no, that's Hero.
Because the only kappa I know is the yokai from Japan, which
Yeah, I was thinking
has
the
nothing to
same
do with
thing.
trains.
No, Kappa. This is
Oh.
Kappa right there. That guy. He came up with Kappa. That's the Kappa.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
I can't believe
I
y'all
love the
haven't not
middle-aged
seen
gamer.
that.
That's
Like-
not him.
No,
is it?
because I don't follow Twitch stuff. Look,
I don't
I
either,
barely
but that's
exist.
like that was the whole thing on my string was Kappa Kappa. Of course, that was what 10 years ago.
that should tell you something.
I'm
Everybody-
old.
Wasn't
Wasn't it
Okay, I
Twitch-
got
wasn't
it.
it
Capybara,
Wasn't
capybara,
it-
capybara, capybara, capybara.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Wasn't
Actually, here I have.
that's Mikey. For reference, that is Mikey.
Oh, yeah, I went.
something
ahead. I'm sorry,
TV
Oni. I
back
didn't mean
then?
to
It
do
wasn't called Twitch before, was
Just-
it?
No,
Justin TV.
Justin TV.
Yes.
that. Justin. There was Justin TV, and then there was Twitch, and then Justin TV just merged into Twitch.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
here we go.
Justin TV was everything, and then Twitch was just gaming, and then they just said, "Fuck, no one's going to Justin.tv anymore, so we'll go to Twitch.tv."
There. This is for
so
Owen.
Justin got Jodied by Twitch.
More or less.
This is
Is that the
Capybara,
gopher from Caddyshack?
no, it's a
It's
capybara.
all right.
the largest rodent in the world.
Capybara right there.
Big
That's a
chill
pretty
out.
good job.
It's
Wombats.
all right. You got to
oh
do
God.
that. Is that a kappa?
No,
Kappa, kappa.
capybara.
Capybara.
The
Does your
rodents.
friend have a? Let's get him.
The world's biggest rodent in the world, right? That's what you
Yes,
said. Yeah.
literally just said that.
Yep.
You could, yeah. I heard they make good pets too.
Yes, very good pets. Very good pets. So
do we
chill
have
that they
to-
just kind of
Thank you for.
hang out with crocodiles.
soda.
They, just
I want the gold.
they're
shower.
relaxed. They just do their thing.
It always says one more person, and you do it, and it's been like 2 people, 3 people.
It's like a heroin deal. It's just one more time.
I've literally gifted everybody in here already. I can't gift anyone.
Wow.
Kazoo has one. Javelin has one now. Winry, Maya. Who else?
Maya's here.
Mm-hmm. She's
Okay.
always
She's
supporting.
been
us.
here.
She might not be
Oh,
listening.
okay.
She's probably playing games, but she's.
Oh yeah, she's probably playing games.
Oh my
Come on,
God.
Coach.
The French raised the Olympic flag upside down.
Oh my God.
Leave it to them.
We fucked up again.
Again. Fuck it again.
France.
Let's go have some croissants.
Oni, go send them F in the chat, please. Oh my
Anyways,
God.
I don't really have anything else for this. I don't think any of us really do.
No, we don't. Let's go to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Yeah, you started to.
Yeah, I accidentally clicked it because remember the batteries, like it double clicks on fucking purpose. That's really fun when I'm teaching in class. I'm too lazy to get 2 more new AA batteries for my fucking.
What the
I
fuck
have a natural. I have one of them because my other one broke. I have this ergonomic mouse. I know you're gonna make fun of me for it, but it's okay.
I have never been able to use some of those.
You get used to it after a while. Like I actually draw with it with Photoshop, which is like people find that. I tell my students not to do that. And I'm left-handed, so I use my right hand.
There we go.
Whoa. Do we get it?
We get it?
I need somebody else to chip in. Come on. I can't just burn all my bits.
Yeah, we got 10 people in here.
Yeah, but
as we do that, we can...
Do I have any more device?
Wow. Like, I have 519, but I can't tip myself.
Ah, lame.
Huh?
They took it off. You can't tip yourself.
Really?
Yeah. I think because people were doing that on purpose.
Well, yeah. The point.
Tip Des nuts.
Wow.
It's D's nuts, you stupid AI piece of shit.
Right?
All right. So that's Mikey that Miss Oni said. Wow, that's a really highly detailed pizza. Pineapple on pizza. I gotta get pineapple.
Lord!
My
I
balls
forgot
is
you could.
hot.
Wow. I want to get pineapple juice. Does anyone else like pineapple juice? It's really good.
I do.
No.
I think they use it mainly for drink bitches. I guess I'm the bitch that needs to drink.
I forgot.
Your namesake,
I
Soda.
would have said something horribly inappropriate. I'm glad I held my tongue on that one.
You can make. Since when have I said not make fun of me?
Because it wouldn't have been you.
Oh, okay.
It would have been regarding the redeemed hydrate.
Oh, okay.
Nobody drinks soda? Yeah, I already got. Oh, I can change it. Shit.
I'm not a big soda drinker.
But yeah, with pineapples, because of their acidity,
Yeah.
I don't eat a lot of fruit.
Yeah.
But like mangoes and pineapples, if I eat a particular amount, it eventually starts feeling like my tongue and mouth are made of glass.
Yeah, because it like feels like it's like stripping it of something.
Because it's
right?
the enzymes. They're eating away at your mouth. So I don't typically drink it. Now, I will say, I had a really bad cold once, but I was like, I've got to go to work. So I'm gonna grab every fucking ounce of willpower I can and do it. And I think it was Bolt House Farms, which has great beverages, by the way. Their coffee. Their coffee.
Help me with
shake
golden
is
shower.
great.
What the?
But they also have like a pina colada flavored smoothie.
Oh, really?
Oh,
And
fuck.
It kind of stung with the acid, but it made my sore throat feel a lot better. And of course, it was nice and rich, and it was also lightly flavored, but it was still lightly sweet, but not obnoxiously so.
Oh,
really
yeah.
good. I do like Bolt House Farms stuff. They have a really good selection of flavors, in my opinion.
Usually the pineapple juice is in people's houses because they mix, they do like pina coladas and it's for alcohol, stuff like that. But I like drinking it straight up. I've been wanting it for a long time. But if you're ever sick, Oni, I saw this, like I was stuck in the Instagram vortex about like home remedies, and they have really quick, like red onions, 4 cloves of garlic, and honey, and you put
I've
it
heard of
into a
that
jar.
too.
Yeah, it's an old-timey type of...
It's basically like a hot toddy. You take a shot of it, it's going to suck, but you're going to get it. Oh, thank you, Soda. Thank you.
I think we need one other person other than us that have been donating.
Oh, okay. If you guys can donate like a couple of bits here, a couple of bits there, we greatly appreciate it to keep the train going. The Kappa train. That would be awesome. If you can't, that's fine too, but we're trying to get a challenge here because it looks like Hero needs a new computer and we need a lot of donations. So I'm actually buying my MacBook Pro either the end of this month or the beginning of next month. It's going to either cost me $6,000 or $7,000.
So you could cut that in half and buy me and Hero both brand new computers. Yeah.
Or I can actually do remote streams with that, and then reset up everything so that way I could literally do lives from my bed and with a fake background. Yeah.
And you mentioned pineapple juice.
Yeah.
Chieftain.
Now,
I like pineapple juice.
I like it too, yeah.
I like pineapple juice, but I also, for some reason, I think
tart.
I'm the odd man out. I like grapefruit, and I like grapefruit juice.
I like grapefruit juice, but I can't take it because I'm on a statin, which is...
I can't either.
So
I don't like grapefruit.
I like ruby red grapefruit, not like the sour yellow ones that are fucking gross.
I don't like grapefruits.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that I found
is an acquired taste, definitely.
The taste of grapefruit is hindered by there's a layer of skin in each slice. If you actually remove that outer layer of skin and get to the actual fruit itself,
the flesh,
it's actually sweeter and that tartness is gone.
I don't like certain fruits. I don't like grapefruits.
I'm just saying
I don't like tomatoes
in general.
Yeah.
Look, I remember having my mom cut into a grapefruit. There's a fucking half slice in there, and I could dig into it, and I still wouldn't like it. I don't like grapefruit juice. I don't like grapefruits.
Yeah.
I don't like
it's
tomatoes.
an acquired taste. I get that.
They like grapefruits. I don't. They like olives. I don't. They like pecans. I don't. I have issues.
Pecan.
Which is also, by the way, not a nut.
Whoa.
It is technically a drupe.
Yes.
Like a walnut or an almond.
Yeah.
So
I can't stand walnuts.
I love walnuts. It's too bitter.
It's the dryness and the flavor and the texture. Nope.
I feel the same way about almonds.
Actually, I'm trying to struggle to see what nut is actually a nut because
she wants to mute one of us.
So she doesn't know what it means. So Winry, what that means by mute-a-mouth means that one of the hosts has to be quiet for 2 minutes. So you have to pick which host needs to be quiet for 2 minutes.
May I finish a thought first before you?
Yeah,
mute?
Go for it, Oni. I don't think you're gonna get hit. But
she assumed that she
it's gonna be me. They're gonna tell me to shut the fuck up. Let me get this in.
Cashews are not a nut. They're a drupe. Peanuts are not a nut. They're a legume. Walnuts, pecans, almonds, all drupes. Even coconuts are a drupe. That leaves pine nuts. Who fucking eats pine nuts of their own free will, to be honest? Besides, in certain Mediterranean dishes.
What the fuck is a pine nut?
Yeah,
like,
they're
okay, so if you open up a pine
gross,
cone,
is what they are.
you'll see in each pine of a pine cone. And they're used in Mediterranean dishes sometimes, which is okay. But some of them just randomly, like, why did you add pine nuts? This makes no sense.
Right.
Also, like,
I feel the same way about bay leaves. What the fuck's up with bay leaves?
Okay, a bay leaf comes from the laurel
Why do I just shut the fuck up? Why don't I just shut the fuck up? Go ahead.
The laurel bay tree is where bay leaves come from. It adds a very earthy smell and flavor. You are not supposed to eat it. It goes especially with like curries or thank you, Wenris. I'll shut up after my explanation of the bay leaf. So you're supposed to fish that shit up. Kind of like the rosemary twig. You're not supposed to eat that, you're supposed to grab that out.
Right.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be for the warmth and overall earthy flavor of it. Kind of like a curry powder or a blend of curry. It adds an earthiness, and it makes sense in the dishes that it's found in. You don't just randomly add a bay leaf because you felt like it.
Now, I do have a question. Why won't it let me send? Bitch.
All right, let's take a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Go ahead. Go ahead, finish your thought. We're on slide 17.
When you say earthy flavor, I immediately think of beets and immediately cringe. I made the mistake of trying beet once, and it tasted like dirt.
Did
And
you
I
put
was like,
beets on your
this is-
meat?
No,
I did
no.
last
Somebody
night.
put it in a smoothie for me because I was curious.
I did that
Ugh.
last night.
You know, you can
And
put
it
in
the whole
in-
thing tasted like dirt. I was like, ew, this is like drinking mud. Nope.
You see a green colored drink, you're like, nope, I'm good. This is gonna make me like shit out everything. I was telling Maya the other day, like my stomach was such a mess after eating that spicy food. It's just like all I was just extrapolating was bile at that point. It was like jet black. I'm like, oh, there's nothing in my system now. And I was like in pain for a day. But anyways, Teenage Ninja Turtle show. Let's take a look at this. I think this is a clip. Let's take a look at the clip. Let me switch to here.
Watch.
Holy chalupa!
The fuck?
Oh.
And we get flagged.
As long as we're commentating on it.
I did. I said, what the flying fuck?
Yeah, as long as we're commentating over it, we're fine. And we can combat their claims. Oh.
No.
They're doing crossover, that's right. I mean, what aren't they crossing over with anymore?
This is so cringe. I don't even like the way they did the turtle.
That was it?
Yeah, it was just a clip. It's a piece.
Please tell me this is fake. This is a troll, right?
No.
No, I think it's some sort of like crossover thing or
Who's trolling it? This has got to be a bad troll, right?
Donatello's tall.
Apparently the turtles are crossing over with
Mikey's mental one?
Mikey's mental world.
Well, he's definitely mental.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with.
So they're probably inside his brain. It's like one of those episodes. There you go. Okay. Thank you, Oni. Yes,
Mikey has a fucked up brain.
I mean,
so they probably have to save him. It is a plot device in storytelling. Every show that you see does some sort of inside the mind of things. American Dad has done it quite a few times. Family Guy has done it. I think.
Oh,
there's been it is a plot device, so it's not something that has not been done before. So it's always an interesting thing to see here. But as far as the characters are, oh, sorry, did I go too far?
No, this is it.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I guess that was a troll, but
yeah, that was a troll by Badger.
Yeah, it was a troll by Badger, but it was part of the show. But in this one, the alert is there's a new game coming out in September. So here is the real. I guess it looks like concept art almost. But new game alert comes out September. There is no teaser for it, but you can see there's Krang and Shredder in the background. And
it's called Unmatched Adventures.
Unmatched Adventures, yeah.
And apparently at the
TMNT.
same time, they're doing a crossover with Naruto for some reason.
Board game. Oni says board game.
It's a board game.
Is it?
I think 2
Okay.
minutes is up. You're good.
Okay. Pretty sure what I could glean from the article, which didn't explain things very well, in my opinion.
Right.
Maybe my reading comprehension isn't where it should be, which is fair. Unmatched Adventures is a series by this gaming company that are board games. I could have sworn I heard that they were doing a crossover with Marvel, with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, although with Naruto, you could understand it through the use of, ninjutsu, which kind of makes sense, but kind of seems a bit of a stretch. So Unmatched Adventures has several different board game types and styles. So this is supposed to be a variant of that, just themed with TMNT. So I can't remember if this weekend is Gen Con. I think this weekend
It's
is
San
Gen
Diego
Con.
Comic-Con.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, San Diego Comic Con this week. Next week is Gen Con. So probably we'll get a lot more out of that from or about this game from them. So, yep.
Board game
Does not
geek,
surprise me,
yeah.
Kazoo.
By the way, I have a New York Yankees Monopoly game still in the plastic. If anyone
No
wants
one
to buy it,
cares.
fuck you.
Oh, it
There's
is ahead
27
of
and
Gen
1.
Con for sure. But they were talking about, I've seen a couple of the articles I was looking at was talking about San Diego Comic-Con. So that's my fault. We were
That's
both
usually
right.
the big one where most of the cool shit gets put out.
I thought they canceled they canceled E3. Sorry, not
Yeah,
San
they
Diego,
canceled
no.
E3.
And
Gen
BlizzCon.
Con, San Diego Comic Con still going strong. Gen Con is still going strong. Gen Con
Anywhere where
allegedly
pretty
is,
girls can dress up in hot shit, that's still going good.
Never take a cosplay girl home. You never know what you're gonna get.
Gen Con
boy.
Maybe. What else, Tony?
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Gen Con allegedly is going to get like 3,000 copies of the new player's handbook for D&D.
Oh, wow.
I guess then why not just release it at Gen Con? Like, I don't understand. I don't know if maybe this is a tradition that they've had, but and some people are like, the books aren't even out yet. How are people hating it? Because they're previewing everything already, and people with D&D Beyond or have subscriptions can have access to that content early. And clearly they're not very happy with it. I was talking to Magma about this offline, but there was a huge discussion about D&D as it is right now. So I had a question and then it kind of evolved into something else. So so it's not a new video game of TMNT, but it is a new board game. So, if you want to live your best shell life,
I was doing a
years and
little
half
reading
shell.
and it's not just going to be TMNT, it's also going to have Marvel characters in it as well.
So I was right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually though, whenever I saw TMNT, it was paired with DC. There was a very well done famous animated movie with Batman and the TMNT. As you can imagine,
sucks.
hijinks ensued. But
Flash
usually it's
sucks more.
DC, not Marvel. So this should be very
Batman mopped the floor with the turtles when they first encountered each other.
well. Then he's like,
Did he really?
He
yeah,
mopped them.
they're
It was
teenagers.
bad.
They're
That's
teenagers.
Batman's
True,
not
but
even
they're
a
classically
superhero.
they're trained ninjas though.
They're still
And he was-
teenagers.
He
He's
was
a
also
trained-
trained by
yeah, I
the
was gonna
League
say.
of Assassins
Yeah.
and a lot of other things.
He was
And he
actually the
has
leader
fuck
of
you
the
money.
League of Assassins. 'Cause he's a little bitch.
So
Oh,
he
wait.
basically was like beating the crap out of his kids and is like, "You want to give up
wait.
now? I want
I'm
to maybe
Batman."
not
Like
do
they
this."
didn't even land a hit. He was just like tripped them, made them run into each other. It was
Wow.
so.
And then of course
It was
Mikey wanted to dress up as Batman, of course, because
funny.
he loves
He's
heroes.
Mikey.
He wants to be a hero, So this is.
Mikey
But I
likes
think
it.
he got a Robin costume.
But like, would you expect nothing less than Michelangelo? Like he's just like a chill dude. He's just like
Well,
he's like a big kid. Like it's great.
That's the thing, though. In one of the 2003 episodes, there was basically like a Justice League like group, and he wanted to be a superhero, so he called himself the Turtle Titan, had his own costume and everything. Raph made fun of him for a lot of that, but he's like, "Look, it's your costume. You want to be a hero? I get it." Because Mikey is the innocent spirit of wanting to help, and still reminding them that they're all still kids. Technically, they're teenagers.
Yeah.
So that's why Raph is so sweet to Mikey. It's like, you're being a dummy. I love you, but I need you to put two brain cells together, rub them together, and get a little bit of electricity going on in there. Come on, I know you can find two brain cells. But he loves his family, even if they're being dumb, especially if they're being dumb.
Like us.
Pretty much. So
Pretty
doesn't
much.
But yeah, I just thought it was interesting because again, board game news, interesting. Didn't realize Gen Con was right around the corner. It's in Indianapolis, has been for the last several years, so there's that going on. But yeah, if you want a new board game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they should use shell tokens.
Yes.
That would be a great reason to do it.
I am honestly, I don't know what else to say. Like Tony said, there wasn't much. There wasn't much about it, and I think this is just a teaser announcement because they're saying that they're doing like a full-on announcement at these cons. So, I have a soft spot for the Ninja Turtles. I think when I was 5 or 6, my mother made me a Donatello costume.
Because all of you love Donatello, which don't get me wrong, Donnie is really cool, totally underappreciated.
And it's funny, like most everybody else loves like Raphael or Leonardo. Me, no, Donatello. And then I'm like the odd man out. And now here I am. 3 of the 4 of us are all about Donatello.
Right.
But
that's such a weird,
anything else, guys?
Weird turtle to like, right?
No.
Because everyone likes Raphael.
No.
That's probably just the easiest name to remember.
No?
Some people do not like Raphael.
A lot of my friends do, like for some reason. I don't know.
Here's the thing. There's something to like and something to go, that's a character trait of growth. So with Mikey, him being immature is also his greatest strength because he's not encumbered by the flat out reality of how bleak things can be.
Right.
Donnie is so intelligent that sometimes he gets so up in his own head and he thinks of only the numbers that he sometimes doesn't see what's right in front of him that needs solving. He's busy on the next project, but he can't even fix
I know somebody
what he's
like
dealing
that.
with right now. But he has a level head when shit happens. But that also sometimes means he ignores the shit that he needs to take care of first, namely of himself. With Raph, everyone sees that anger as strictly anger, but the anger stems from a place where it feels more productive to be angry than to be vulnerable, especially when you don't think you can get that comfort that you need. So you just be angry because at least then it gives you energy to do things about it. Instead of being sad and you cry, you're going to be angry and you're going to go fuck some shit up, put some people in prison, and at least you had a productive night. But the thing is that emotion and passion comes from love. And he loves deeply, he loves his family, he has his code. And sometimes that means it pits him against Leo because Raph wants to earn the title of being leader. But with Leo, he's so up in arms about the code, literally and metaphorically. And he's burdened with responsibility that sometimes he kind of forgets he's part of the family, and it can come across as being pompous. But sometimes it also means that he distances himself from his family, which can come across as cold, but he's trying to protect them. So he sometimes doesn't understand how to balance the whole, being the leader, but also being their brother. So it's different for every one of them.
The dynamics have always been amazing. And when I was younger, I did not understand that. And they didn't portray that well in the cartoon because it was a kid's show.
Well, in the 2003 show, I think they started really getting into it. Although people were like, oh my gosh, they beat up on each other. They're abusing each other. And it's like,
brothers do that.
They're teenage brothers who do martial arts and have limited contact with the outside world. Yes, there was an episode where Raph almost took it too far. He was so pissed off. He actually, in the 2003 show, had grabbed a pipe and was about to beat Mikey's head in. But he stopped
Probably
himself.
Had it coming, though.
He stopped himself and he's like, okay, no, that was stupid. Because again, when you're hyped up on Yeah, you kind of did. Sorry, Gazoo. But yeah, the thing about some people that may not have been in a position to feel that type of rage that Raph is portrayed to have is that it's usually not just anger. And sometimes it is, but usually it's not. It's usually a mask for other things. And some people don't understand why people can feel such uninhibited anger. But when you have been backed into a corner, or you have witnessed or been the victim of a great injustice and will never get closure for that, you will never have a day of vindication. You may never really understand that, or you, and I really honestly hope a lot of people don't. That level of anger is so intense that um it's not a fun experience. Like people, these red pill dudes glorify anger as if it's not an emotion, but they don't solve where that anger comes from. To temper your anger is a great virtue and a great strength, but it takes a lot to do it. Which is something they don't want to try, because that would mean that they would have to control something and take responsibility for it. And they don't seem to want to take responsibility. They say they do, they don't. But again, it can be hard to describe if you've never been in those shoes, or you've never put yourself in those shoes. And I would rather someone put themselves in those instead of having to live it, because living it is really, it makes you look at people differently, and it makes you react. It makes you think twice before you react to things. So some people will be like, oh, I just react to things. And it's like, some of us have to watch the button very closely, because and dissect what emotion you're feeling, because like my go-to emotion is anger, because I am usually trying to hide something else, or either I'm either really actually angry, which is very possible, but it could also be I feel hurt, I feel insulted, I feel like a grave injustice has been done and I have nowhere to put it, or I'm feeling an emotion that feels too big for my body and I don't know where to let it go out now. So yeah, I can understand. I do. Which is why I liked Yellow Diamond in Steven Universe. And I got a dirty look for that once. For reasons. Well, here's the thing. They didn't understand that. They were like,
oh, there it goes.
they were like, it's Yellow Diamond, who they're evil. It's like, no, she's
Now he's in a
hurt.
Destiny level.
She's grieving.
Right.
And she's grieving through anger and grieving through what she knows, which is combat. It's okay to be weepy greedy, but it's not okay to be angry and orderly grief, I guess.
I will say that I have not been graced with seeing the more recent shows of animations of Ninja Turtles. I haven't seen them since the 80s and 90s, but I did start delving into some of the comics, and I'm actually about to pick up probably the Last Ronin arc.
Oh boy.
The comics are
dark,
significantly more mature.
Dark.
I was gonna go with the understatement, Oni. Come on, let me have that. Significantly more mature.
Robot Donatello.
Yep. I am
we are
unfortunately aware of these. I've had the misfortune of already being spoiled on what was going on. So.
Okay, it looks like we are ready for the next topic, and I think this is a soda six-pack.
What? I got one. What?
Yeah, even
Wait.
though you
Double
just typed
shot.
in, it might be too late just as I said it. But
Well-
too fucking bad. I just said it, so you're doing it anyway. As soon as I find the fucking.
No, that's
button.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
I'm
running
sorry.
late, so
Yeah, I appreciate you and what you do for the Jewish people.
well,
Refreshing.
Catholic.
Sexy. Bubbly. Soda six pack.
Soda's six pack.
Greatest thing ever.
The greatest intro ever.
All right, what are we talking about?
It's a double shot, actually,
Oh,
for Soda
wow,
six
maybe-
pack.
Let me center myself a little better here.
Something that everyone thought you would absolutely love. Venture Brothers, because you talk about Venture Brothers all the time.
I love the fucking picture, bro.
I do
So-
too.
So we
really?
figured this topic would be perfect for you.
The only thing I love that's coming to Netflix. Sadly, I've seen it a couple times already. They didn't add any new episodes. That's my. They did a movie. They just did the movie, but they didn't do any new episodes. But
Yet.
yeah, oh god, I hope they do. That'd be awesome. You guys have not watched The Venture Brothers? They have some very iconic, fucked up episodes. Like
Yes.
it's kind of just going along, and then they'll have like Scooby Doo and all them in there. That it's like, what the fuck? And they rip them to shit. Like, just make them look like totally nothing they're supposed to be. And it's like, what the fuck? And most of you guys, you know, Brock Sampson, he fucking voice acts everything. It seems like.
Yeah, Joe,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Joe from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Freaking Stan?
he's kind
Is
of
it
like
Stan from American Dad?
probably.
Who are you asking about?
The voice actor
Patrick
for
Warburton.
yeah.
Oh, that's Crunk.
Yeah, he voices every damn thing now, it
He's
seems.
fucking awesome. But
I love
You
his
guys-
voice.
Is.
if you've never spent time or never sat down and watched this, I mean, I didn't for a long time, and I was talking to one of my my reps, and he's like, "You gotta watch the Venture Brothers," and I put it on my watch list, and I'm glad I did. I'm telling you, this fucking thing was just the characters. You just don't forget them, especially the girlfriend who talks like she smoked 20-pack cigarettes. You're never gonna forget
Oh, yeah.
fucking.
Ever.
yeah, that
She's like a
That's-
Black Widow
She's
freaking
fuck-
spoof.
She
Is
is
that-
awesome. Yeah, that's I think
that's
the
the
whole.
hot one that sounds like a dude.
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually voiced by a dude.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually, the guy
Yeah.
is actually voiced. Yeah.
Oh
I don't
no,
think
I
a
was
woman
thinking-
could do that. Jesus.
That's Doctor Boyfriend or no Doctor Girlfriend. Sorry.
Yeah. She goes by. It's actually like Doctor. Where is she? I have her on my list over here.
Doctor Girlfriend.
Yeah, Doctor Girlfriend. She actually goes by Doctor Miss the Monarch. So that's what I
Yeah,
was.
right.
But anyway, she's married to the Monarch, of course, and he's like a super villain. You're never gonna forget because he's so
He's a
fucking
hench.
stupid.
He's got the biggest
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
eyebrows.
That everything is like, and the funny part is it's kind of poking fun at Johnny Quest
Johnny
too.
Quest.
Johnny Quest, yeah.
So they have him in there like stuck under seas, like a fucking drug addict. It's just fucking like, I mean, if you don't enjoy this, then you have no sense of humor. So
it honestly it sells itself on crude
Yeah,
and
'cause you
offensive
got
humor.
the two brothers, you got one who's kind of a pussy, and the other one's like the alpha, and then they find
And the
out they
one
could be
that's-
clones, or they might be clones,
Yeah.
or they are clones.
and the one that's the the freaking weak one is the smart one.
Dean,
who's
yeah.
apparently really brilliant, but he never gets the chance to, find his confidence to be brilliant. And the other one
Right.
is just he's such a fucking dunce. And I swear they wrote him as a parallel freaking knockoff of Freddy from Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they make fun of all them later on in the episode. I was there like, how the fuck did they get away with this episode? I think they had wasn't it Shaggy and Scooby were like in love with
They're-
each other. So
And they're both
Oh,
freaking
God.
stoners on top of that.
Yeah, it was fucking
Like
great.
actual stoners, like they're always high. And
then they have,
okay, so
like-
this is why you're always eating.
Hitchman 21, Hitchman 24. Those dudes are funny. Like they don't really
Oh
want
my
to be
gosh.
evil, but they have to be evil. Like, it's just like,
Yep. And then and what really got me was that what really got me a little like, oh, you guys got dark. Was
Yeah.
during those episodes when the brothers are like, oh, are we clones?
right? Yeah.
Right.
And he's
Yeah.
carrying around the other guy's skull the whole fucking time, talking to it.
It was definitely one of the better animated series that I've seen, and I watched, most of them. So I put this up there in the top, at least top 5, maybe top 3. So was it? Where did I watch it? I'm not
Well,
quite
dude.
sure where but I don't know if it was on Netflix before or Hulu. I think it was on Hulu. I'm pretty sure it was on Hulu. Yeah.
It was on Netflix for a little bit, but they didn't have all the seasons.
But they did just do a movie that I haven't seen, but I was hoping they would do more seasons. Only said not yet. I hope they do. That would be awesome. But
Oh, I'm about to break your heart.
okay, never mind. Don't tell.
So,
Again?
Right?
well, how did I break his heart the first time?
Yeah,
Everyone breaks his heart. It's like every
That's-
day is trauma for Soda.
that's true.
Go ahead.
The movie is apparently the series finale.
Ah,
Oh.
I mean,
I
I'm
thought they-
okay with that. It's
Yeah.
Did
Uh,
it
It's run its course.
like bring conclusion to the stories?
I'm gonna hope it did. Apparently, the
Sometimes they don't.
the 7 seasons are still on HBO Max or Max,
okay.
but
That's
they will be available on Netflix on August 16th. So next month. Next month
yeah.
we'll be able to watch it on Netflix in America.
America.
They're saying it's going to be multiple seasons, but they don't specify which seasons or if it's going to be all of them.
I
Just
hate that when they
out
do that
there.
shit. When they buy like, oh, we've got seasons 1 through 3, and then you got to go
Just
find the
put
next.
the whole fucking series there. Like, if you're
Please.
not gonna get
Yeah.
the whole fucking series, don't fucking
Well,
bother.
that's how they're making the money, Even like, One Piece, they had the first 500 episodes, and you got to go get Crunchyroll if you want to watch the rest.
I feel the same way about that, and the same way about subscriptions, like things that you could just buy normally, like Microsoft Word. Like they just want to take every fucking cent
Oh, yeah.
that you work so fucking hard for and just pull it from your wallet. I'm like, I want to buy something once. I don't want to have to buy something 6 fucking times. And I know Oni's in the same boat and how I feel about this shit. It's fucking. Why do I have to pay for it every month? Like
Every
fucking
year.
stupid. Like, no, I want to pay for it once and forget it so I can save my money so I can fucking retire at 55,
Tony's got a
not
good
75, and then enjoy 3 years and then die. Because that's what it fucking is. Like, my dad worked his whole fucking life and retired 10 years and then he passed away. Like, he couldn't even enjoy his life because he worked his ass off the whole year. I don't want that shit.
Yeah, that's-
I want to pay for it and fucking enjoy my life. It's like, they just like fucking, what's it, what they call it? What did I learn today? This term, anarchical capitalism.
Well,
That's
word.
what it, borderline what it is. It's just like, it's to a point where you're taking advantage of the everyday consumer, whether it's video games or
Yeah.
like buying the first 3 episodes. It's like that. I'm completely like, I'm a capitalist, but I'm not an anarchical capitalist. Like there are certain things where, all right, now you're starting to take advantage of customers, and it's fucking. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent, but it's. It just gets me so mad that I have to spend money.
You spend money. I have one of my board schools I work at paid for my shit.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why like we're on Zoom tonight is because one of the companies I work for gives me the corporate Zoom for free, so that way
Right.
we're able to do 3-hour podcasts on Zoom. But
Which is actually funny because our class goes over an hour, it kicks it.
right. Well, that's not the company I use. But I digress. Let's go to part 2 of Soda Six Pack here.
Oh yeah, this one's interesting too.
Oh,
These are
holy
good ones. I
grail.
know we teach on Wednesdays, which sucks.
Yeah.
So this one is actually Not as bad as you guys are probably like not again.
I am like not again, Soda, but tell me more.
These cards are not coming out like Assassin's Creed or Fallout. You can always buy them from the website, which is what is it? MagicSecretLair.com. So they're gonna put these out in two different sets. You can buy the first 5 at one point and the next 5 at another point. So actually Monday through Sunday, yeah, you can buy, I believe, just the first set. I'm trying to read here. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Is this about the Bloomborough release of MTG, or is this the recent crossover that MTG is about to do that?
I don't know if these cards are playable. I'm guessing they are.
They're probably
That's-
not
I don't know.
tournament legal.
That's not what I'm asking. Bloomborough is a recent addition to Magic the Gathering, which is all like, I'll say it, furry, anthropomorphic, animal based.
Oh,
There's also a new announcement for the next crossover deck going to be Monty Python and the whole, or Monty Python themed.
that one I can't confirm it right now anyway. So I'll have to look. I actually looked up the cards because there's only 10 of them and how they were being released because I assumed they were going to do, a whole box set, which you said they might be doing. So to me, I don't know. I mean, the cards, if you guys want to know, the 10 cards they are releasing are Tim the Enchanter, Bring Out Your Dead, Tis But a Scratch, African/European Swallow, Bird's Paradise.
Giggity.
We Want a Shrewberry. That's the first set right there.
Rubbery.
The next one is the Bridge of Death. Sir Bedivere Scales, Castle of Arg, and the Black Beast of Arg. So that's the ones they're releasing.
Arg.
And they actually have pictures. So the Black Beast is flying and indestructible. That seems kind of OP to me.
Well,
so that's why I was like,
broken the indestructible mechanic and nerfed it so bad.
and like just but
What's the point of calling it indestructible?
Right.
Well, the thing of indestructible was to break the mechanic of creature destruction many years ago. So the indestructible, it was the Caldera block, the Darksteel block. It was all about the artifacts and Maraudon. But during, like, right before that era, creature destruction was the OP mechanic that everybody relied on. Black decks ruled the day, and that's what brought on the war of Phyrexia and Maraudon. And then when they brought out the Darksteel set,
there was a hamster. No,
they beat it. They basically brought out indestructible. You couldn't use creature destruction mechanics. And the next block that came out after that to balance it out was exiling, which was removed from the game. So they just replaced destroy target creature or artifact with remove target creature or artifact from the game. So indestructible is not as awesome as it used to be.
So I know only I see that the cards on the screen. Those are not the cards coming out. I'm not quite sure why Badger put those up there. So that might be a later thing, but they're the 2 volumes you can only buy on Magic Secret Lair. Like I said, those cards are not coming out. So maybe she just grabbed a couple from the set you're talking about. So, but I mean, they look legit. Like I said, are they going to be playable? That website, if you go to magicsecretlair.com, has a bunch of upcoming things. So, because you do have Secret Lair, Monty Python, that's the next one. Bloomborough, the one you're talking about will be next. Brain Dead. After that, and Elevator Super Drop is the next one. So this kind of reminds me of what they do. But honestly, Magic, if you're listening, what I would do with these cards right here, I would take them, serial number all of them, and randomly insert them into your next box set coming out. Because that way you could be like, oh my God, I got a Monty Python. You know, it might be 10 of them or something, you know, kind of like they did with the One Ring. You know, like make the boxes worth fucking money again. Because nobody's buying this shit. So, like, there's literally a big guy on YouTube that has, I would say, tens of thousands of different boxes of every set just sitting there. He's like, I can't move this shit anymore. But, yeah.
Just imagine being a collector of something and then the value just tanks.
The same way Pokemon. Like they
Couldn't imagine it.
Mhm.
It's not like
They-
it's never happened before. This is all new.
Right.
and the whole market is all about people want rares, they want ultra rares. So take these sets that you're putting over here and put them into that and make them numbered. You know, even if they're out of 1,000, make a different version out of 750, another version out of 500, 250, all the way down to 101. They would sell so much more shit.
While we're on the subject, I know I was discussing this off camera, but these are 1989 baseball cards that were given out at Yankee Stadium of the 1989 team, still in the plastic. It has the entire roster right there. And the last card is Don Mattingly on there. So you wanted me to show you it. Here you go. In the original plastic. I have 2 of them. So you look like you're in fucking shock or you just don't care. But
I'm actually looking for it.
I also have the 1978 team. Hold on a second. And they're individually numbered lithographs. While you guys are talking about it, I'm going to grab it.
Those are about $8, the ones you have in here.
$8 each? I have had them for like 40 years.
Yeah, they're 8. Some guys got like 90 of them on here or something.
Oh, jeez.
How much do you
So-
think I could sell a 10-year-old bottle of Dr. Pepper?
That's a different story depending on what bottle it is.
Oh, that.
Oh, those sealed, right? Like, the lithograph. Oh, I've seen those before.
It's the 1978 Yankees. It has Mike
Look at that
Torres,
mustache.
Sherman Munson, Steve Garvey, Reggie Jackson, and Dennis Leonard. And it's number 6709, limited edition, 1993 Upper Deck.
78.
Yeah.
Um,
I got 2 of these.
I'm trying to find them.
You can find it offline, but I figured I'd show you those. That way I don't have to text it to you later.
Yeah, I know what that one is.
I just realized it said, I thought it was from 1978. It's not from 1978, it's from 1993.
Oh, that makes a big difference.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's the year Upper Deck came out in like 88, so that'd be kind of hard to get an Upper Deck thing.
Right. In 1978, right?
But yeah, Magic hire me as a whatever consultant. I'll
Go
get
ahead,
your
Oni.
shit
I'm
sold.
sorry.
What are the chances, given that all this is going down with the way Wizards of the Coast functions with AI, how many job listings they have, owned by Hasbro? What are the chances that they start releasing Magic the Gathering cards that were created with AI generated art? How much do you think it would
Oh,
tank the
Lord.
value then?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, some of them might be. I mean, I know usually the artists, you can find them and get them to sign the card. But yet,
You
how
think
would we
AI
know?
art would tank it?
It depends if they. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to be like AI generated set, something like that. See how it does. But the whole point, I think, of like with Pokemon Magic, a lot of these people love the artwork, and they love the artist. So if it comes across as AI generated, I fucking don't know.
Well, because I mean, Dungeons and Dragons almost got away with it, and kind of did for a little while.
Because I mean, it's like you said, it could be AI generated, but the artist is still going to put their name on it. God knows nowadays. So that that is
This
a
is
good
not an idea for
question.
Magic the Gathering, by the way. Do not use this idea. This will not go well.
My idea would work. I guarantee you.
Well, I mean, that's what they did.
No, I'm talking about putting
Oh,
the limited edition, like
Oh,
numbered serial numbers.
Oh
and-
yeah, no, that
and
would absolutely. That's how Yu-Gi-Oh was able to not suck for so long.
Pokemon needs to do it. Even One Piece. One Piece cards are cool, but you get like 90,000 of the same one, and you get one good card, which is going to hurt them in the long run. Just One Piece is so popular. So, but yeah, make Magic great again. There it is right
I'm
there.
really glad that they're not doing a whole set because, like I said, they like in the last couple of years they've got over what like 100 new sets. Like I
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
track of everything they were doing, and it just
They just did the
why?
Assassin's Creed was the last one, and I don't think it was the Fallout one was highly successful, but
I still
Assassin's-
think Kaisar looked like the kid from King of the Hill, though.
He really did.
So happens when you do a different angle for folks, okay?
I'll
It
buy you a
matters.
couple of sets, Kazoo. I'll buy you. I don't know how limited it is. Kind of like what baseball does. It's like every day, say one of Joe's Yankees hits for the cycle, they'll put out a card that you can buy online. It's only there for a day or two, and then it's gone. That's kind of like
Definitely
what they're
wouldn't.
doing.
It shows
I
how
definitely
Altuve at
wouldn't
5'4"
mind
opposed to
these.
5'3". They make a card for it.
What the fuck?
Go ahead, Hero. What were you gonna say?
I was saying I definitely wouldn't mind getting a hold of these just because they are such a small release of cards.
I'll see what they're.
Just to have them, I might even try to, I don't know, put them in the protector cases so I could put
I
them on
would,
display.
buy them, send them off, get them graded.
That's so expensive though.
I can get it done for like $15 a card.
$150
that's not bad.
$50.
I've got a
It's
bunch of
10.
Derek's old lands we're about to send off and get graded. Because if you get a PSA 10 land, yeah, it's worse.
But yeah, what's your thoughts on this, Soda? Like you give us a sales pitch for what Magic should do. What will they do? Fucking squander the opportunity and do fuck all and not
see.
care.
let's kind of check that, because let's see what they've done in the past, like stuff like Magic.
I mean, we've been talking about what they did in the past. Let's go ahead and
I'm talking about the sets they put on Secret Lair, like.
Assassin's Creed was the latest one, which didn't go
Well,
great.
somebody's already selling the Mighty Python somehow for $200 for all of them. But you gotta remember the National Card Show is this weekend, so a lot of people are probably getting shit they're not supposed to have just yet. So
Watch out. The Pinkertons might come for you.
Magic the Gathering Secret Lair. Welcome to Castle Dracula. $70 for this set. I don't know what they cost. I'll have to actually see. Apparently they had a Walking Dead one too.
Yeah, they had a Walking Dead set. I think it was more than a year ago at this point.
They had the Fallout. Yeah, there's Fallout.
I kind of said, all right, you guys are being fucking stupid when I saw that they released the Transformers set.
Apparently they did the Creep Show. But remember, there's only 9 or 10 of this in this set, so
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed player, $50. So I'll have to see when they come out on Monday, and I'll shoot you a text, see how much they are.
Okay.
Somebody did one right here. Apparently they had a fucking Fortnite one. Oh.
That sounds like fucking garbage.
Dance Battle 2022 Magic the Gathering Fortnite Secret Lair.
What?
That
I was just
Why
telling
are
you,
you allowing this, Hasbro? Why are you allowing this?
I've never actually even seen any of this or paid attention. I'm glad you guys pointed this out because now I'm going to look into these.
I could have lived without the Fortnite one. I must have blacked that out from my mind. For
This one looks
reasons.
like two doves fucking. That's bad artwork.
You don't say.
Warhammer. Apparently that's 120. They had Care Bears. Come on, Care Bears.
That can go fucking die.
Mhm.
I think I recall the Warhammer one. I'm pretty sure though it was kind of like, no offense, kind of like generic Warhammer. So like Tyranids, I think some Ultramarines. I think the Golden Throne was one of them.
Yeah, they've got quite a few that I'm looking at here.
Maybe
Princess's
Necron.
Bride. They had Princess Bride.
Oh.
Hang on, I gotta, now I need to know. MTG Warhammer cards. If they, I want to
Gotta
know
make
who
sure
they
you put Secret Layer there, but
Oh, shit.
normal then.
Secret Lair. At least
Two
someone's
different,
spelled it.
yeah,
Not
two
me.
different things here.
Images. What came in the set?
The Princess Bride cards look pretty nice, actually. They have, yeah. And you go. You should say hello. My name, yeah, Montoya, who killed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh,
And
they
the
had 3
Inigo
sets.
Montoya.
Double
The
strike.
Warhammer one was 3 sets.
Ah,
Thank you, Reddit. You're about to help me with this.
It seems like they're kind of popular. Let's actually go see what they sold for.
They did have at least Gazgul, Prophet of the Wa, legendary orc.
Oh, they had Stranger Things. That one sold for $100.
Okay, yeah, so they had orcs, which also had goblins. They had Age of Sigmar, which, okay, there was Archeon, the Ever Chosen, his guy who, ends the world and shit. And Blood Bowl. Okay, that makes sense.
And the
Okay,
artwork
yeah,
looks
so
pretty good. So.
there for Warhammer.
No, just in general.
Oh yeah, no, the art is really nice. Magic the Gathering does tend to have very, very nice art. It's just that, I mean, I understand wanting to have a game that is really just for the sake of collecting or having
Nothing.
fun.
I love the Care Bears. I had all kinds of Care Bears when I was a kid.
But for me, it's just
Care
they're
Bear
adding so
power.
many cards that also don't make sense. Like Warhammer makes sense.
Lagging out magic cards. Well,
Care Bears,
actually,
Transformers, no.
I do know a great company. They make fucking badass cards. You just send them the custom artwork, and they can make foil cards. They can make fucking just about any card on the market. So we could literally do that. It would be fairly easy, honestly. But we all have
perfect lagging out magic card.
right.
Oni, destroyer of feelings.
Raw.
Mark, well, so to tell everyone what's Mark's nickname for me.
Oh, the destroyer.
Chieftain the Destroyer.
Of feelings.
And I
Apparently
add to it, I go Chieftain the Destroyer of Porcelain. I just add to the end of it.
Right. They had a Street Fighter edition, apparently, which is pretty popular.
So Oni would be the Destroyer. I'll be the Destroyer of porcelain.
But I'm guessing, Oni, that none of these can be played in your normal set from what I'm looking at. All right. I'll have to do a little bit more research.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Let's just Google can secret layer card be
Because
played
like if you can't play it, then you shouldn't make it full price for a typical card. But at the same time, it's marketing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Quite the conundrum. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Says it is legal.
Oh, it is. Okay.
But there's apparently you can't use certain cards with other certain, you know the fucking rules. So apparently you can build an all secret deck. Yeah, so there are some guidelines apparently.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Right? Don't tell me how to play my hand, motherfuckers.
Right. There we go. I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, that was pretty fun to talk about.
Just
Yeah.
have the
And I'll buy a set. How many?
What was that?
Kazoo. Once one. I'll buy like see what they cost, but I'll buy a couple. It's on company bills anyway.
I like the grumpy bear. I liked him.
I do know the answer to this one.
Okay.
Mhm.
So let's. Is it A, B, or C, folks? According to canon, what were the brothers prior to their transformations into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, according to
Drop
comics,
your answer
right?
in the chat.
When
Drop
are they
your
going to
answer in the
transition? Is the
chat.
question. When are there going to be female teenagers?
They already
There have
exist.
been.
They already have one.
Oh my God.
Mona Lisa, Venus de Milo. There might have been a few more.
Why'd I even mention her?
They were
ass?
light blue bandanas, I think.
No, Venus had a light blue bandana.
Yeah, I knew one of them did.
Mona Lisa technically wasn't a turtle though, but I did like her rendition in 2012 because she
How
was
did I
actually
not
an
know
alien
this?
voiced by Zelda Williams.
Ah,
Of course.
yes.
She was an alien warrior, and Raph was completely smitten when she kicked his ass.
That is very fitting for Raph.
Yes,
honestly.
it is. Yeah.
They were baby turtles in the actual comic?
Oh fuck. Never mind.
They were.
Okay, that makes sense because
Mhm.
there's been lore before where they were actually like reincarnated into these animal forms, and then there have been versions where they were just turtles. I must have mixed them up. Which is good because the Sons of Hamato Yoshi got really fucking dark.
Right.
Well, because in that comic, they all were killed
They'll die in the end.
and they were then reincarnated. Yeah, it got really fucking dark. So, well, they were transformed by Yoshi's humanity, him being actually human. So that's what happened.
Yeah, they were turtles that got dumped into the sewer, basically, if I remember from mine.
I confused it with one of the storylines where they were actually reincarnated from the
Oh, yeah,
past
okay.
as the actual Santos. I might also be confusing it with another story, but it got really sad. So, yep, baby turtles.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the fucking turtle I see at the pet store. He's so cute. Or she, I don't know. Just a cute turtle.
We'll make him the lagging out mascot. Or her, it, they, whatever.
No, because I don't own this turtle and I've never cared for a turtle before.
I will help
I
you.
also have 4
You're
pets.
you're not your sister. You don't kill everything.
What?
You badger can't, like, you know,
Remember she killed the cactus and everything?
or crab.
Yeah, that was my cactus.
A kitten, a squirrel.
No,
I mean,
whoa, no. Badger did not kill the kitten. The kitten was very, very sick.
Mm.
Snickering and laughing. You're evil.
The baby squirrel was also baby animals very rarely survive. Those videos you see on like the internet, that is not, that's like if everything goes right. Okay, please don't put them on back.
Hey, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here?
Yeah, I can't. I'm buying clothes.
All right, well, hurry up and get over here.
I can't find them.
What do you mean you
What do you
can't
mean you
find
can't
them?
find
I
them?
can't find them. There's only soup.
What do you mean
What do you
there's
mean
only soup?
It means there's only soup.
Well, then get out of the
Get
soup
out of the
aisle.
soup
All right,
aisle.
you don't have to shout at me.
Oh my god.
There's more soup.
What do you mean?
What do you mean there's more soup?
There's just more soup.
Go into the
Go
next
into
aisle.
the next aisle.
There's still soup.
Where are you
Are
right
you
now?
right now?
I'm at soup.
What do you mean
What?
you're at
What
soup?
soup?
I mean, I'm at soup.
What store,
What store are
in?
you
I'm
in?
at the soup store.
Why
are you buying clothes at the soup store?
You.
Alrighty then.
Where did that even come from?
We should ask Badger that, but I think she's sleeping.
Badger's definitely sleeping.
It's that ADHD moment is brought to you by Ferguson Brothers Cards. Ferguson Brothers Cards. Check them out weekly when
Correction.
they break cards.
IGN.
That is brought to you by the Honey Badger's absolute scattered attention span.
Right. Check us out on Kick, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, Rumble, and Facebook. And don't forget to tell your friends about our little podcast. We're averaging about 10 to 11 people per podcast. Let's try getting to 16 next week and get 3-4 followers.
And definitely check out the website. The articles that they write are fucking amazing.
Lagginout.com.
Non-AI generated.
Right. They're all done locally. They're all done by our talented staff. Like
props,
Oni
yes.
and Mariner.
Oni and Mariner, you guys deserve
Credit
everything from hell on that. Good job.
You work so hard. I wonder if Oni ever sleeps. She works so hard.
Soda never fucking sleep.
All right, everyone's on vacation next week.
All right, see you all.
We're all fucking exhausted. But check us out. Check us out. Tell your friends. Make sure you tell everybody except our bosses. So if you know who our bosses are, don't tell them.
I know. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Then I'd be
Otherwise,
telling on myself.
Yeah. I want them to think that we're
Thing
normal.
is Soda has so many damn jobs, he doesn't know who his bosses are anymore.
That is true. There's so many fucking bosses. Yeah. I mean, the other schools I work at, I don't even know who the fuck I work for. I just get a class and teach it. I don't know the fuck. I never got yelled
Every
at.
2 weeks
so,
he gets a paycheck and that's it.
Yeah. I kind of like it that way. I don't like where my boss knows every fucking thing I do.
I don't like that either.
Never.
That's why that one school never called you back.
My coworkers asked to
No,
buy any
that's-
plans for the weekend, and I'm like, no.
It's because I bitched that we weren't
They
getting
asked
paid
you
enough.
what?
One of my coworkers asked, buy any plans for the weekend, and I'm like, no.
Well,
He's like, why not? I'm like, turning on my vehicle costs money. Going outside costs money. I need to sleep, and I'd like to try to relax. And I don't need to be doing extra shit. I have plenty of things I can do at home, like laundry or dishes or cleaning or sleeping. So
I like sleeping.
no, I don't have plans. Granted, some people actually do this thing called going outside, mingling with other
life.
people. I don't. Partly because I need space away from the people, and partly because it costs money to exist. Okay, I can save money now so I can spend it later. It's fine with me.
It's no fun saving your money and not spending it sometimes. So sometimes it's always
I've
good.
witnessed this fine young woman spending money. Sometimes she sees something and she's like, this is now mine. I present to you the
See
entire conversation about the flamethrower.
Right.
But it doesn't happen often. I'm not dropping like $500 all the fucking time. You know,
Right.
I have the $500 because I didn't spend the money earlier. So,
I starved
yeah.
myself for a month, got $500 and got a flamethrower to make barbecue.
I don't starve myself.
I'm kidding.
Um,
But a barbecue might be, I don't know if you like barbecuing or not, but it might be.
I
love
do,
grilling.
but the thing is that fresh meat is expensive. The charcoal is expensive. The stuff, it's all just expensive. And especially if it's only just me. If it were like, if I had a roommate, if I had a friend, if I had family out here, maybe,
Right.
sure, I could justify that. But it's like one person. Look, I love my pets.
But you're not gonna barbecue them.
I'm not gonna share with them a rack of ribs.
Right. I'll be right over.
Okay.
This might be an idea. This is something I've thought about. So you're in a state that has a lot of cheese manufacturers. It makes me think there's a lot of cows, which makes me think there are probably local cows in that area. I know here we are the cattle production of the United States. It's not Texas. We actually produce more steak or beef. Can you guys see me? Oh, there it is. My monitor went out black for a second. Must have a weak connection. Hear me out. Like, you could actually buy a cow and go to a butcher, and actually they'll chop up for you, and it's like half the price, and you get enough meat to last you like forever. I'm just thinking about doing that because we have one of those freezers that we can actually do that. And I'm not sure how much red meat you do eat, and since you don't eat a lot, it probably won't work for you. But I mean, it is an alternative. Then you can like give it to friends or like gifts of like, here's a rack of ribs, you know.
I mean, yeah.
Hydrate, guys.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, it's just an idea.
I don't have a floor freezer.
It's not going to work then. Yeah.
I live in a metropolitan area.
Yes.
So, no, there
Probably
are
a
no
little more of a
cows.
challenge. Yeah.
I mean, am I far away from farms? No, there are farms close by. But again, certain things just do not make sense
Right.
right now. If it were more than just me as the one human, the cats and the snake do not count. I could justify it, but as it is just by myself, I just can't. Which is also good for me because I basically just eat the same things over and over again. Sometimes I'll spice things up like potato. But it would be nice, but I'll get to that at a later point. But right now, you know, I don't need too much, so I can just keep it super simple. I do wish I could eat more fish though, but some of that
Eat
fish
more
is-
cow.
And then there's Chick-fil-A going to eat more chicken.
They changed that in Texas. It says eat more cow.
Oh, wow.
Chicken propaganda be working hard.
Right?
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chicken fake news.
Chicken these nuts.
Chicken is
Oh,
nuts.
Lord. But yeah.
On that note,
I think it's time.
Yeah.
it's time to hit the outro music.
As Mark said, let's go hit the gritty.
On behalf of the lovely Blacklight Oni,
Oh Lord,
Starion.
thanks for the fucking nightmare.
Hero the IT guy,
I mean, at least somebody's sucking on me, I guess.
Soda Pop. Wow.
He has to end with a zinger.
And the guy with the purple arm.
What?
The fuck's up with that shit? Cheating.
Bringing the grimace. Run away.
Night, guys.
This is all four of us. This is Lagging Out Live, signing off and lagging out.
Night.
Bye,
Have a good one,
everybody.
guys.